Dreams take form in a midnight glow. Fingers trace where ideas flow. A realm beyond where thoughts reside. A spark of genius won't be denied. We're building worlds from whispers in air, layer by layer with a soulful flair. Spinning dreams on a printed line, shaping the world one curve at a time. We build your passion in a digital spin. From deep within, let the magic begin. Every edge and every fine trace, a masterpiece springs into space. Digital spin from deep within, let the magic begin. Every edge and every fine trace, a masterpiece springs into space. We're building worlds from whispers in air, layer by layer with a soulful flair. Spinning dreams on a printed line, shaping the world one curve at a time. Watch it rise, defying the rules, fusing the future with visionary tools. Ethereal hands mold beauty untold, from thought to reality, a sight to behold. Clouds of creation, they softly dance on shifting grounds, they take their chance. A waltz of wonder, a rhythm unique, a vibrant form where silence speaks. Sculpting shadows with my mind so bright. Dreams are forged through the laser's light. Building bridges where no roads have been. Drafting futures in a world unseen. Layer by layer, the story unfolds, whispering echoes of bygone modes, planting visions from the dust of time, a tale in shapes both bold and fine. Oh, the bond spins dreams and threads so tight, designing whispers till they ignite. We shape the past and future in one scene, breathing life into the in-between. Watch the patterns dance the air they claim. Laser sights etch path they can't contain. History's bones now dressed anew. With every carve, the cosmos grew. Through the firelight I trace their glow, reflections shimmer of what will grow. Mystic rhythm guides the machine's sway. Weave it forward to another day. Welcome in. I'm trying to see if I can actually see myself working on this. Yeah, if you move this over a little bit in the camera. This is the ice shaver. Turn this a little bit. Open dark and cruising girl. We're going to start the disassembly of the ice shaver I was planning on taking to Murph, or still am planning on taking to Murph, but we do have a few issues we may have to deal with. Uh, Mainly when we pulled it out, this here has a little bit more play than what we think it should. So we're going to start the disassembly and see what we have. It's been a while since I've seen this thing fired up, and apparently I missed a few things before I put it up last time.
I don't think I've ever seen it fired up.
Probably not. It hasn't been fired up, I don't think, since you've lived here. Sandy is off to the side. Let's see if I can get to where I can see these chats. Welcome to Darth Gallum. Might be hard to read. Um, yeah, I can somewhat read it. Gonna have to work on some of the working streams for me. Where did I put the there it is.
You need a big monitor because you're getting old.
Yeah, apparently.
Dude.
Yeah, this is the shop. We're working on it for the metalworking supply tools, but I've not streamed out here very often. There used to be a car lift where we're sitting that I used in the shop.
You still own the car lift?
Yes, I
You
just
just
moved
moved
it.
it. It was a movable one.
It's a 4-post movable car lift, so we moved it, and we're trying to get. So we're going to see about getting all this off. We forgot to grab a socket set.
So you need a bigger towel.
Yeah, we'll in a little bit.
So,
But we're going to see about working on this on stream today. Yeah, I did see the good news about AC at Murph. What kind of problem are you having, Cruising Girl? Let's see. I think this door comes off. We're going to find, or the side panel. But I'm going to find out because I've never tore this thing down. I'm having a hard time reading chat because Sandy points out I'm old and it's a tiny monitor.
I read it, but my phone is dead, so I can go today.
Mine, but
And two.
no,
I can use a little bit up today.
oh, no, because you didn't charge yours. You full throttle, no choke. Yeah, that's carburetor. So I might be able to put some of that mechanic in a bottle in it, but be very careful with additives. Most of them are really, really bad for the engine. A lot of it's just snake oil. Uh, we used to use a product called mechanic in a bottle. Doesn't do what it says on the bottle, but it does seem to help.
Nuts.
Yeah, they are. So it looks like somebody actually took a piece of just aluminum stock and drilled it.
It's so weird.
Uh, Luckily, no mice jumped out, nothing like that.
Is that the blade piece you're pulling out?
Yes, and it is bearings, and there is a little bit of damage on the shaft. So,
Can't find some cleanup.
but it does look like replaceable bearings inside the sleeve.
They look like it might have been some common there.
So that, huh?
I look like they might be readable.
No,
No,
the seals are gone.
well, that sucks.
So we'll have to figure that out.
Dude. $5 million.
But, hopefully not too bad. Welcome in, Gigi Jack. Seafoam doesn't do much for a four-stroke with the gas mix you typically have, but it won't hurt anything. May work. Most,
It's chemicals.
yeah, never mix any two different chemicals because some of them mixed together will become kind of a gel and destroy your carburetor. This is gonna have to be cleaned. And ideally, we would
Yeah.
get,
One thing's come off, the propeller blade stuff.
we'll put some penetrating oil on it and get them out, but I would replace all the blades.
Yeah.
This might not be as bad of a repair as we thought. I was thinking I was gonna have to find this seal, but we're looking at mainly polishing. Tonight we're trying to get to where we can make sure that the machine will get to go. So it's basically going to be cleaning or figuring out what we need. Because welcome in, Joyful. $120 in gas. No, that's what, gallon anymore? I can't afford to go anywhere. I mean, it's getting insane. That's going to require polishing. This doesn't actually contact the food, but
Needs to be polished.
yeah, it needs to be polished. Um, there's not as much to it. Essentially, what this machine does is it's got a blade. Oh, I'm doing well. We're tearing down an ice shaver to take it to the Midwest Rip Rap Festival. Essentially, it's got three blades that come out. It's going to have to be polished as well. It's aluminum. Uh, and runs up against the ice blocks, shaves it up, and makes snow cones. Uh, this is an antique, but we're going to clean her up. Um, probably bleach it.
So you're an antique too?
Yes. The dishwasher is over there with snide remarks. Maybe every once in a while, a useful one. We're also going to, not sure if it's going to be done by Merp, but we're going to try to get a modeled and plastic printed cover for the belt because that's been missing for a few years.
Uh, so yeah, basically that's the project I was working on for tonight. It's really hard to read chat though. Yeah, I agree, but it may still be nice at the Joy says hello, darling wife. She refuses to call you the dishwasher. It's always the darling wife.
Pricey for $700. New dishwasher.
Yeah, but it doesn't have near the features. So I'm not downgrading my dishwasher for $700. Her dad bought a dishwasher, so I had to listen to that on the way home today. The reason I'm late is I took my mother to a place called Salvage Candy, uh, where where they basically take stuff that they pulled out of houses that are scrap and sell it off. They've got things like stained glass, doors, a lot of fancy doors.
Yeah.
Um, some fireplace stuff, which we typically don't need, although I'm thinking about for decorative fireplace in the office. Weird stuff too. I mean, gas pumps, you know, any vintage. See, this is it's got a thrust bearing on it.
Yeah, it did have a thrust. Oh, that was in that one.
Yeah,
So that's the thrust bearing, which I had listed. There's apparently two other bearings.
looks like there's spacers in there too.
Yeah, sometimes it has a small kit with the thrust bearing in. But I don't know where the other two bearings are, unless you found figured that out. So I was kind of thinking that's where it was.
I'm actually thinking this side here. Let me get a paper towel. We may have to take this to parts washer. Tomorrow and clean it up. Um,
Mhm.
Somebody tells me this is actually a sealed bearing. Yep.
There's two sealed bearings together and then the thrust bearing is
Yeah.
what I think they have. I didn't realize it's all on that piece.
That's all in this piece.
It's kind of weird.
Actually looks to be almost press fit. So we're gonna have to figure out how to pull these out. Oh, it's got a snap ring, I bet.
Where the seal left.
Yeah. Okay, that's got a seal. We're gonna take this over to the parts cleaner and clean it up. So don't go do this on camera. But yeah. Looks like a standard bearing. So other than the thrust bearing. And this is bad.
Well, I think there's actually two bearings in the thrust bearing. So
Right.
there's three. The thrust bearing, I think, comes if you order from whoever comes with that and new spacers.
I'm not sure if we can figure out what
Well, the question is how
it looks like they ran it loose or somebody didn't put it together right.
much shocker is it?
No. But we can fix that. Yeah, the CFO will break down the carbon, not as well as some other products nowadays with the ethanol in it, but it will definitely smoke out the neighbors because you'll be building up, burning like the carbon buildup on the pistons and other things because it'll break that down. I recommended it a lot for 2 cycles back in the day because they really have a carbon issue. They'll carbon up the mufflers and everything else. So years ago, you could take a 2-stroke and completely uh, repair it with nothing but seafoam. I mean, trying to put this back together, don't I? Yeah. Yeah. Good. Not like we want on tomorrow either. Really. That's good. It's easy. Should be.
Wait, is it?
There should be another. I thought I had another space.
Awesome.
Huh?
Saw you bought one, but then I
Should have one to space it out a little bit. Or another one on the outer race. It's not there. Is anything missing? Okay, no, it's right here. It's here. But there's scarring on the cylinder or the thing to not get that out, but it'll be fine. They didn't have it tight enough. So yeah. This is easily going to be repairable. We just got to get it fixed by Murph. But yeah, that was the plan, is to figure out this tonight. Not as eventful as I thought it was going to be. Not as hard to tear down as I thought it was going to be. I guess I should have looked at a parts breakdown. Essentially, I'm going to have to take it over to the parts bin, which I don't have internet at. So need to get that over here. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you. Wait, where'd you go? There we go. What? Here. Am I- There we go. Welcome in. Hopefully we can hear you.
Hello. A little bit of a lag on my side. That's okay. Hey, Bob. How's it going, brother? I see we're working. That's what I like to see. Look at how zoomed in we are. Ooh. Can we zoom out? No. Can we zoom? Ooh, let's just zoom in. Nope, won't let me zoom in either. Hello, tribe. Hello,
Uh,
everyone. Hello, Liz. How was the stream?
oh, did Liz join us? Okay, wait.
Yeah,
Go
she's
back to
there in
chat.
chat. I can read chat to you. You work, I'll
Uh,
read chat.
I gotta find chat here again. There we go. There we go. This fixed. Yeah, since I'm trying, I need to get this done. She's trying to order parts now, I guess. Oh,
Yeah.
Brilliant Blue Jays. Looking forward to seeing those. Um, Still have the
Liz
plans on
says,
bringing this. We have a few things on order. This
Liz
will
says,
be
I
the
haven't stopped
ice
since
shaver.
7 a.m., so glad to have a break. Good. You're rolling. You're rolling. Good on you.
I get it. We got up this morning, went and mowed my mom's yard, then took her shopping to a salvage place.
Can we get you to turn the camera to the left or your right? Just
Okay,
so we can zoom in.
let me turn it a little bit.
Well, whip Sundays are always a rest, like it's a joy to see what other people are making. So I feel you, like a full day. But Liz says Sunday is definitely not a day of rest when things are where there are things to do. Yeah, full day on Sundays. You go ahead, Bob. You work on the
Technically, I
machine.
mean, Sunday was the closest day I ever had to a day off because running your own business, most people left me alone for the most part on Sundays, so I could actually do projects. But uh, if you work for yourself, you don't get a day off. Not if you actually want to be successful. I mean,
Yeah, it's
uh,
Sunday's catch up day. Is the even on my side Sundays end up being a catch up day for me.
yeah, I don't think anybody that works for themselves truly ever gets a full day off. You know, when I get off stream, I'll probably take that over to the parts washer. I need to. That does tell me I need to end up moving that over here. What?
You work, we'll watch, I'll read chat, and we'll go from there. How's that sound?
Okay, she's refusing the parts washer, which I actually did. She has a point. It's got to be contacting food soon. So,
Hello, Sandy. I hope you're doing well, my friend.
even says hello. She can't hear audio from
Oh,
the
okay.
only from you,
Oh, that's fair.
because
That's
otherwise
nobody
it'll.
wants to hear what I have to say.
She'll say that about me. But we have to find something with foods. Dish soap. Dish soap. That'll cut grease.
Yes.
Because we have to cut
Dawn
the
is the best for grease cutting if you've got it, but others will work. And then one of the tricks is get it hot. Get it as hot as you can handle because it'll help. Now with the shaver here, Bob, I see you have the head off.
yeah, the head is where did I put that head? Right here. We're going to polish this,
Yes.
and I'm going to try to find a new set of razor blades.
So they
For it.
can't see it right now, so you lift it up. There we go. Now with that, are you going to put that through the surface grinder or no?
No, at
Okay.
least not for this,
Okay.
because I'm scared of getting it apart enough to get it on the surface grinder.
That's fair. Yeah, that's
So,
fair.
and it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to take the blades off and we're going to polish it.
Yep. Use a
Um,
stone. Sounds good.
that also the least amount of grindings, because we're going to run ice through it before we bring it up. We're going to,
Yeah.
it's going to be ready for food. But
Yeah.
the least amount of grinding I do on it, the better off.
Yeah.
You know,
The
just
if you
like
get those blades to a level that you like, it'll be fine. It's just, I again, I happen to be a big fan of surface grinders, so it's not the as you know, right? My feelings on surface grinders are well known. So
yeah, and in a perfect world, maybe. Um, it's been running. Wow, it's been running up against this. We're going. We may have to find some sort of spacer too to space
yep.
this out.
ABS
Technically,
will
from what we
work.
could do, we could
ASA
try to.
will work. Nylon will work. You could use PLA or PETG, but I would use PETG over like PLA, and ABS is fine, right? Because you need the offset
I really
spacer for the
wish
head.
they had some high temp purple and some high temp white to print the guard on, because I think a purple and white guard for this would look really cool for an ice shaver.
Well, let me look. Let me
They don't.
look. But well, do you have a specific company you want to use, or because again, you can make the
I was
guards out of
looking at the
ABS.
Polymaker high temp.
Okay, give me a second. Let me look
I
so I can
get
do the
that,
research for you.
but I looked a little bit this morning at the high temp because I was trying to find high temp PLA.
You're looking for high temp
Yeah,
PLA? Okay, I'm gonna look through a bunch of different companies. Let me just do the research for you. So, can you tell us more about this machine and sort of the operation of it?
this machine. Let's see if I turn this around. I'm gonna put a few things off to the side so I don't knock them over.
So you're right. There is no high temp purple from Polymaker. There is a white. Let me look at Sunlu.
What? Here in a minute, yes. Let me turn it around.
You
The
could
ice block
try.
goes into here.
Yeah.
This pushes down to keep the ice block going straight. This is a stainless piece, which we will be pulling out and buffing
Yep.
because I can.
Might as well,
Uh,
right?
and essentially, it will shove it straight into these shaving ice blades. This is a vintage commercial machine.
Yes.
Uh,
So it's a gravity fed
you can
machine,
buy the
right?
machine still today. Huh?
It's a gravity fed machine.
No, it's pressure. It's got a plate that you works like a jack.
Okay. Yeah, it's a standard in feed for a blade. Tech Jeeper says good afternoon, or sorry, good evening. West 3D Ambrosia ASA. Yeah, you could run ASA ABSs. I know you want to run PLAs, but chat. So Bob
I'm
is
not
looking
against
for.
the ASA. I'll try it. I've never actually printed with Ambrosia, so might be a good test print.
So the problem is that
Uh,
there is no in their Ambrosia line. There's currently no white available, so you're gonna have to use two, depending on who you use, right? I'm looking at the Sunlu PLA Plus 2, which is their engineering solution. They give me too many ads here. They have a ceramic white. They do not have a purple. Let me look. So West 3D, we're already on West 3D. Let's look at everyone or everyone.
I would like to limit it to somebody who's going to be at Murph. And the reason for that is if we're going
Okay.
to 3D print it and put it on display, um,
Atomic will be there.
I would say Atomic, I've never actually dealt with them. So West 3D is an option, definitely Polymaker. I'm not asking for it to be sponsored, because
No,
that's
no,
not
no.
really.
Yeah.
But you know,
West 3D will be indeed there.
um,
They're already listed. Let me look. So they've got the ambrosia purple. Do they have? So we're looking at the ASA, right? That's what we're looking at for this. Okay. So now I need to filament type. I want to look at ASAs. ASA. Reach out to them. I'll bet you they'll send the filament. So they do have. They have they have an ambrosia glass filled, which is guard, right? This is for a guard. Oh,
I
it's
would actually
sold out.
probably Glassville would probably be a benefit for because we're going to print a spacer for it, I think, because I don't think I'm going to be able to buy one to get the blade in the right spot. And I'm going to print a guard for this cover. I'd
Let's look
like
at.
to. I may have to run it in one single color and run it on the bigger machine.
So Atomic
Might
has white filament, but no purple by the looks of it. So it looks like you're getting at using two brands. Let me check the Polymaker USA site because no, they merged them together. Is there a? Oh yeah, that's the high temp PLA you were looking for. Let me look at what they've got for ASA.
I think I'm gonna end
ASA
up having because they
ABS.
don't have the colors in high temp. I'm gonna have to run ASA or something of that
Yeah.
nature because you can't mix it for that purpose.
No.
No.
Well, you can. There is some tricks to it, but without direct testing for it, it could come apart. Yeah, for sure.
And we're looking at a guard. I want it to look cool, yes, but I don't want to be testing for Murph.
Correct.
Um, you know, I get that if you design it properly and do a few things, I can make ASA and PETG or any of them mix enough to work. But again, that's not really what I want to do this time.
Yeah.
We've got a time crunch. We want to. I do also realize that this is not going to be as popular as it would have been without the AC in the building.
Well,
Okay.
remember that's just one building, and that's all new to me.
Mhm.
The shirt makes me hungry for pineapples. You know, we got to be good looking. We're here on Maker House with Built Over Bot and Sandy, so it's like it's important. Yeah, so I think this is amazing, Bob. I like the look of this machine. Very classic. A little buffer wheel should do it. You shouldn't have to go too crazy. A grinder with a buffing wheel. I wouldn't even sand it. So what year was this
Yeah, this is
machine
all
manufactured?
stainless.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know how old it is. It was made in the USA, so not one of the newer ones.
Yeah, that's why I'm
Uh,
looking for USA brands. You could also reach out to um, Cookie Cat. Let me see what Cookie Cat has. Again, I think you're going to go with ASAs or ABS. I like ASA over ABS. You get a little more flex, but that's totally up to you. Let me look here. You can reach out to Melissa at Cookie Cat. She's very, very nice. I've spoken to her in the real. Okay. Let's see here. Can we? They do primarily. Yeah, they do. Oh no, hold on. ABS, ASA. So they're out of stock on ABS. So you're looking at. I think your best bet is to send an email to West 3D and see what. Oh, you could also reach out to KB 3D because they may have some in stock. Let me look. KB 3D. They will be there. Filament. We want to sort by type of filament. We want ASA.
I've dealt with KBs. I probably we may look more that route
Yep.
as far
Well,
as buying.
so far they have white. Let me look a little bit further here. Remember, I will read you chat, so don't stress. And they have purple. So they have ambrosia, ASA, purple, and Ambrosia ASA, and they have two different colors in purple, depending on what you're looking for, more of like the grape or more to the lavender side. So, and that's Ambrosia, which is what has been recommended. Let's see here. Shirt makes me hungry for pineapples. Tech Jeeper replies, upside down ones. You know, you don't have to ruin all of the things I like. The ones that SpongeBob lives in. So
I mean, at least
pineapples under
that's
the
not an
sea.
upside down pineapple, is it?
This
I've
is
never
not
actually
even
watched
pineapples.
SpongeBob.
No, he
No, I'm
lives
talking
in
about
a
SpongeBob.
pineapple. Yeah, he lives in literally a pineapple under the sea. And there is such a thing as sea pineapples, I believe.
Well, yeah, but I
But
doubt SpongeBob is real. Maybe I'm wrong.
SpongeBob's real in our hearts. Are you gonna whip the grinder out and give that a polish as we watch, or what are you gonna do here? Because you got it all apart. Now, okay, what kind of pulley's on it? Is it a V belt?
It is a V belt, and we actually have new belts for it or options, but this belt's fine. So
What's it
that's
wired to?
actually not
What's
going
your
to be an issue.
voltage?
110.
110. Okay.
So that's not going to be an issue for us. Oh, now the pulley maybe. That's weird.
And remember, you can with a pulley, you can get close. Rumor is that
Yeah, I can actually.
SpongeBob's pineapple fell overboard from a swingers cruise. Gotta ruin all the things I love, eh, Tech Cheaper? I see how it is.
Is that actually how the thing goes? I wouldn't doubt it. Let me get a couple paper towels because this may be an issue. Where I gotta find a pulley this size.
Well, you can
Not
be
this size.
close. Like you can be
Yeah,
close.
I
Like you
mean,
don't. Yeah.
this isn't an exact precision. It is a precision machine, but not speed wise.
Yeah, as like if you stay with like the RPM, I would say, if you drop 50 RPM or you gain 100 RPM, I don't think it's a big deal.
I wouldn't want to gain much, but dropping would be fine.
Yeah.
So getting a little bit larger pulley, I get find a belt. That's not really an issue. Uh, but
Dark
actually, this
3D
was made that
asks,
way.
pineapple swingers?
Uh, you've never heard that, or an upside down pineapple on a cruise is not a good idea, Dart?
It's to your taste. It's not to my taste, but
Well, you don't want to accidentally put an upside down pineapple on your door on a cruise. You might want to know what it might gain you as far as lookers. You know, to each their own. You want if swinging's your thing, that's fine.
not my cup of tea.
You know, yeah. Uh, I got no hate for anybody else. It just
Can I go?
not my. Let me get a pick. Not my thing.
Are you going to paint these pulleys, or
Not my.
it means you love the tropical aesthetic? Duh. I think pineapples are cool because they come with their own crown. You can't eat the whole thing. The center of a pineapple is actually poisonous. And I recently have learned with a ripe pineapple, the thorns on a pineapple allow you to pull out the fruit segments.
That's kind of a neat thing. I am not up to date on pineapple lore or
Oh,
information because
I just think they're cool looking, right? So that's why I print them. I have learned they have other purposes, yes.
yeah,
Dark says
I
the wife
primarily
had.
learned that when Retro was making pineapple stuff.
See, I didn't. I didn't. When I just, yeah, I don't think Retro knew either. The wife has had a pina colada in a pineapple on a cruise. Pineapple on cruise ships are amazing. Yes, they are. They're often Hawaiian pineapples. Hawaiian pineapples tend to be very, very sweet because they were all planted by Dole. Pretty sure all the pineapples were planted by Dole. So, and did you
Let me
know,
get a
Bob,
wire.
since we're talking about pineapples, did you know that pineapples grow on top of the plant? They don't hang down or anything. They're the actual crest of the plant because it's the flower.
I did not, but I've also said my knowledge on pineapples would be weak. I know I've got a lot of useless knowledge, but that one I'm missing.
Did you know that that pineapple was not actually a Hawaiian fruit? It was brought to Hawaii.
No, I do not.
Yeah, apparently, from
This
what
was
I've been
external
reading,
release.
pineapple is a South American fruit, but it was brought to Hawaii. Well, Central America, I guess you could say. Pineapples will have an
Yeah.
enzyme in them that will eat you back as you eat them. That's right. It's also another reason why I like pineapples. Pineapple is the fruit that eats you the more you eat it.
Well, that I didn't. What do you mean eats you?
There's an enzyme and an acid in the pineapple that will actually dissolve human flesh. TechGP says, fun fact, that a pineapple is neither a pine nor an apple. Correct.
Yeah, it's going to record. Pulley's in decent shape.
So
Not the
what were
best
you
pulley.
just doing on that pulley?
I was scraping out debris inside of it. Let's see if it's on.
Remember, you were trying to
Basically,
explain
there's
this to
some
people who's never worked
grease.
on machines.
I was scraping the grease out because there looked to be cracks inside the inner race of the pulley, to where I thought that the pulley was broken. Let me see if I get it close
What
enough
will
to
be the
camera.
dangers of a cracked pulley?
The danger of it is while I'm not, where at first the pulley just comes off would actually be the fear of what I was looking for. It's dirt, and I know dirt and food aren't a mix, and it's not good because somebody greased it with the wrong grease in the first place. I can tell that um, by looking at it. You could
Are you
because
going
I
to
know this
paint
grease
the
and it's not
pulleys?
food safe. I'm going to not buy Merc because what we're going to do at some point is powder coat them. I would like to scrape all this black paint that's peeling, or actually that's an enamel. And at some point, I'd like to coat this purple, strip the motor, powder coat some of that, make it all look nice, and have it for my shop, and also go do charity events with it. Because I think I found a recipe for an energy drink, icy, that we'll be putting out there. That's all
I
we
look
need is I
forward
know a
to
bunch
that.
of hyped up people on at MERP,
I
but
deeply
I've
look
got an
forward
idea
to an icy
for
energy
that. We're
drink.
gonna try it. Yeah, it's going to be a snow cone energy drink is actually what it's going to be essentially be. This
Even
is the
better.
consistency of a snow cone.
So
Uh,
TechCheaper says pretty much all citric acid technically eats you. Correct. Citric acid is actually that's vitamin C for a lot of those who don't know. That's what citric acid is. It's
okay,
it's
what's a dirty soda? I'm not one of the cool guys, Tech Cheaper.
well, I can look it up. I know his joke is that a dirty soda coming out of your machine will have grease and metal. That's the joke, but I'm going to look up a dirty soda. I
Oh,
believe it's an adult beverage. What are dirty sodas? Viral trend.
my machine. I will have it clean, Tech Keeper. Uh, but you will be free not to drink anything from it. I do get that. If you don't trust my
So
word.
a dirty soda
Well, I'm being
at its core is a soda,
Huh?
usually Coke, Sprite, Dr. Pepper, leveled up with flavored syrups, fruit, and a splash of cream or half and half. The dirty part means that you're adding something extra to mess with the original formula, such as a
Okay.
dirty martini, because I like dirty martinis. Yeah.
Technically, I guess you could actually argue these will be that if we start adding any like ginger ale or something, it'd be essentially a dirty soda.
Well, you again with this
But
machine, you can add cream, frozen cream to it, not the shredding part,
correct.
but as part of the snack. TechCheaper says a soda machine or soda from your machine, and then TechCheaper says it's a soda with flavored creamer. And as we said, it's cream, like heavy cream or half and half.
We are looking at a creamer essentially as part of the, or I was as part of the recipe for the adult one. I
Are
don't
you
know that I want to
able
serve that to kids, but
are you able to cycle this machine?
what do you mean? Right now? No, it's
Yes.
in pieces.
Okay.
Um, I it
I'm
was running up against the base. Let me
was
show you
rubbing.
that. So I don't want to cycle it right now. It's
That's fine.
rubbing, getting aluminum out. This is gonna have to all be cleaned. see here. It was rubbing on the back of that. You can
Has
see that
Liz
mark.
a flavor of all sorts? No, you got to lift it up. Thank you. And what is that commonly referred to? That
You can
line?
see the rubbing, that little half moon. It's considered a rub line. So that one,
Commonly referred to as witness
uh,
marks.
yeah, I've just never referred to it as that, but I will agree that I've heard others call stuff similar
Yep.
to that, witness marks.
Yeah.
But that is a sign that it's been run off, the angles off on it. Essentially, somebody didn't have it tight. That is easy enough to fix, but the spacers in it are off. I don't know if because this machine is an antique, the newer ones don't have the same spacers and somebody put the wrong kit in it. Very likely. We're going to order a new kit for the bearings because I guess I could clean up the uh, thrust bearing here. I'll look at it. I might
Do
be
you
able
want to
to steam
explain what a
clean it.
thrust bearing is? For those who
A
don't
thrust
know.
bearing is a bearing. This is actually, do we have any new thrust bearings in there? Actually, let me go get a new one that's not dirty. Huh?
Okay.
Okay. But a thrust bearing is you put a vertical load on this. Well, in this case, a horizontal, but you put pressure on the race of the bearing so that it runs on it. A standard bearing, which, I got those out here. There we go. Normal bearings you will see on the market are like this. This is what most people consider a roller skate bearing, or I know it's not roller skate size in this case, but bearings that we typically will use. I do see thrust bearings in 3D printing, but this is what I would classify as a normal size bearing.
So that's
What most people do
a
not do on bearings, huh?
sealed ball bearing.
This is sealed race ball bearing, non-greasable in this case. Uh, this is they do have two of these in there, which I've got to figure out how to get out without damaging the piece. But this is what we would normally classify as a bearing, or most used bearing. This is a thrust bearing, which is ball bearings that have a side load versus a load from the inner race here to the outer race. So this handles the loads, in this case, a vertical load, and this would be a horizontal load because it goes on against the ball bearings. So it's the opposite angle. Uh, Realistically, I'd have to clean it to tell you. With all this grease, you can't tell if it's any good or not. The grease is all caked in, and it's technically the wrong grease, so we're going to have to steam clean it or something of that nature, and do a lot of cleaning. To
You
everybody's
can
note,
wash it in the
Sandy
parts bin.
says she's going to inspect it before she lets me take it. We'll probably wash it with some Dawn and steam clean it, make sure it's all good. I don't want to put diesel fluid or fuel on it and then use it for food, just because might make people queasy. Even if
Yes.
you can get it all off, I get it.
Yeah.
And realistically, if I was working in a factory, they would not let me use or diesel fluid parts cleaner and then put food in it.
Yes. We use a different style.
So,
Yes.
um,
And then, what sort of
but
grease do you intend to put in it?
lanolin based. Essentially, we're going to use a chewing gum base grease. Is what we're going to use on it. So that realistically, you could, in theory, eat the grease.
You are
Sure, I'd
watching a
recommend it, but
master at work.
we will be using a lanolin base grease. It's sheep's oil,
So it is called.
essentially.
What type of grease would you call that?
Let's see. It's a
Food safe.
technically it's a it is a food. I was trying. There's a different term for lanolin, but it's a food safe grease. Um, it is based upon what you. I don't know if the sounds playing on the
They are.
stream. I know
Everything's
they're in my
working.
ear.
Everything is working fine.
The lanolin is used in chewing gum and a lot of foods. That's why I'm sticking with that base of grease. You can get other food safe greases, but I kind of like the idea of using a grease you could actually eat,
Yes.
and that people do eat.
Yes.
Um, and it's a great working grease. So we're going to run a lanolin based grease on it. I think it's a natural, uh, it's created by sheep. It's a natural ingredient to sheep wool.
It's K
Welcome in,
Train.
Karen.
Karen Chow Designs. Good evening. Good evening, Karen. K
I've
Train.
not seen her on my stream in a long time. Welcome in, Karen. How are you doing? Thank you for joining.
Do you mind if I self promote just for a moment?
You can.
K Train, you need to go look in whips over on my Discord. There is some stuff in there I think you'd really enjoy. Sorry about that, Bob. Just got to give K Train the love
And
when we
please
can, right?
remember, now is the appropriate time to be posting in his whip, and the
Oh,
only appropriate time to be posting in the whip. Make sure you post and then tag him afterwards.
I strongly
That is the
dislike you,
appropriate
sir.
way to do it. Let's see. That is the appropriate way. Save all your good ones for Sunday night, and make sure you let him know that they're good ones. Always the appropriate method. But hopefully you're doing well, Karen. I'm guessing since you're not too far from Murph that you are planning on attending, but that is kind of a hope. This will be my first show. Sandy's not going, I think, still. But maybe the next one, we'll see if we ever get a chance to do another one. Right. Um, I get
Karen
that.
Chow
Nobody,
Design says, sorry, Bob. Been busy during your streams.
yeah, I honestly get it, Karen. I do not consider my stream an important thing for other people. I just happy when people can make it. We all have lives. In fact, I went a couple weeks, I think, without streaming. So if I remember correctly, or was I actually stream? No, I wasn't streaming the last couple weeks of Dad's hospice, was
No, you had to take some time.
it? Yeah. So we had to take off a little bit when my father passed away. So I guess but I don't remember fully what was going on because we were so busy. You know? Um, and I will be taking some. I'm going to continue to stream on Sundays because I don't know that I'm going to find a quick day to move to. But we are going to have to take off some Sundays to take my mother to car shows and to do other things with my mother while she's still around. I will
Yeah,
try to stream at
absolutely.
the car shows, but you know, uh, my mother is more important than streaming. So,
Karen Chow Design says, mostly been off Twitch for a while. More recently, been tuning in more. No, you are missed, Miss K Train.
uh, yes, I miss your streams. I'm not saying you owe a stream, by the way. Let's see, I'm going to try to pull this motor off because that is
So
going to have to come off as well.
if do so, please push more to your left. Push the whole machine to
Okay.
the left so people can see.
This machine is hard to.
Then move the camera. Just because where you're working, they can't see. So
We
another.
get a
There we go.
wrench.
That's better. Much better. You better
We
make sure that you have a paint pen or scribe with you before you touch that motor.
far as the lineup,
Yes.
I'll have to redo it anyway because it
Mark
was
it.
sitting
Mark
off
it. Mark it. Trust me, Mark. It'll make you happy.
in this case, I'm going to do enough work on the plate. It's going to change the mark or remove the remark. It'll be fine. I've
Oh,
worked
I
on
know.
machines before. It'll be fine.
I understand.
Listen, and I do have technically I use fingernail polish. I don't know if you ever did that.
Yep.
Fingernail polish doesn't come off as easy as painting.
Yeah,
So,
I've used everything from scribes to paint pens to fingernail polish to like a wax pen, which a lot of people may not have known, but a wax pen
and we
is
always
used.
had everybody in the shop had their own fingernail polish color
Yes.
where you could tell who had marked the bolts. What
Yes.
did Karen looks like a emote.
K Train gave a
So-
ducky heart.
Uh, so
What
by the time I
style or
paint
what
this,
size of ratchet are you using?
this is a 1/4 inch drive, 7/16 socket. And yes, I do have a sissy grip for all those that are going to make fun of me for it. Because, it's soft grip, or it's another way to call it, because I'm getting older and my hands are soft.
You were saying something about
It took
painting
me
it?
years to be willing to remember. Yeah, at some point I'm going to paint this. I'm not sure if we will by the time it runs for Murph. Because I'd like to make this purple as well and redo the motor, polish that up.
Karen
I'm
says,
definitely going
here,
to
I'll
have
make it
to.
bigger so you can see it, Bob. A
Thank you for
giant
the
rubber ducky.
emote. I am running on. In fact, if you would like to join, if anybody would like to join, and you can promote yourself on the channel. As long as I know you, you can click up. The link should be in the chat.
Yeah,
I think
link
it
is
is.
pinned to the
Let's
top
see.
of chat. Yep, don't worry about it.
But this motor, while this does not touch the food, I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of dirty.
Yep.
So it's not a bad thing to clean it up, because we wanted to look the advertising for getting the stuff out. This used to be on a food cart, probably. I bet this is made in the 1970s or 80s, based upon the age of it.
What is the speed of that motor?
I don't even know. Let's see it printed on it.
Should be on the nameplate.
Yeah. RPM is 1700 RPM. It's a half horse. In fact, this would give me probably close to, because the way it looks, this might be the original motor.
It
Let's
looks
see.
like it. I don't even think it looks like it's had its coils done.
I don't know the date, because they use date codes.
You can look up the date code. I can, if you want to give it to me, I can look it up.
It's an HS
Hold on.
4 then space 7 for the date code. But something tells me by the layout and everything, and the fact that it's an American-made Dayton motor, that most
No,
places won't
this is a food safe
replace them with
motor.
that.
The date code has H4S, similar to H4S, generally refers to an HS4 harmonized system 4-digit code, chapter 7, corresponds to edible vegetables and certain roots and tubers. It's a potato masher engine or motor, sorry.
Yeah.
So it's a
See,
food
doesn't
safe
say the
motor for
codes
anyone
are,
who's asking. That's what it is.
which realistically, if somebody was to run this machine without a food safe motor, the motor doesn't touch the food, so I could actually see the argument. But uh, I'm going to clean it all up, run a food safe oil in it. Again, a lanolin oil, if I can find it, or silicone. I'm sorry.
No, it looks like it's a hands.
Yeah. We're going to clean the motor up and run a food safe oil in it, because we're already going to have food safe oil anyway for this, and run it. So that'll be also done before Murph. In fact, the spray food safe oil I have. I do not have the grease, the heavier weight.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to actually order that.
There is
Because
multiple like food-based or food-safe silicone oils and greases you can use. Yeah. The hard one to
yeah,
get is
I'm
freezer safe.
I've never actually ordered freezer safe grease.
Food
But
safe freezer grease is super hard to get.
I don't, with this not being actively cooled, I don't think it will be an issue
No, it's
for
not.
temperature. or I know it's going to be cold, but not actively cool against the bearing.
Can you
I'll probably just
explain
use
to
regular.
us that upper wheel that is right in front of you? Can you explain the purpose of that upper wheel, please?
This wheel here puts pressure down to hold the ice straight to go into the blade. So this runs up against this plate here, essentially pushing down. I will be 3D printing a piece to make this a little bit smoother because I don't like it looks like a piece that's broken off and I don't like metal on metal. But
So you're looking to make a
again,
foot.
yeah, I want to make a clip-on foot for it just because I can.
Might as
Is
well.
it necessity? Not really. uh, since I'm already going to have some plastic, uh, and it doesn't come into contact with the food anyway, so layer lines won't be an issue. We'll actually 3D print a foot to make it cleaner and
Yeah,
make it last longer.
yeah.
So that will be once we get the other plastic done. Uh, oh, am I missing some of the chat? We do also have
Nope.
YouTube up.
Oh, I
Uh,
sorry. I'll go grab the YouTube. I'm okay. I'm on Twitch. Let me go grab YouTube
I
as well. Sorry, I didn't
think
realize.
it should show both in here. I did bring up
I'm
YouTube for those who don't want ads.
I give me 2 seconds. Sorry about that. I didn't realize you were also on YouTube
Okay.
as well. Oh, there's
I'm
more
going to try to
videos.
start that for those that want to watch on YouTube. Uh, this isn't really all about the ads for me. I'd like to break even on some of my projects maybe in the future, but that's not,
Karen
so I
Chow
can continue to do
Designs
them.
puts up an emote. Hi, color swap queen heart. Kinsley just comes streaking in with three streaks.
Apparently, I am missing some of the chat on here, but I'm seeing some. I just can't see. Let's see if I can actually bring that up.
I've got you. Don't worry.
Uh,
I
but
don't see any chat on YouTube.
I would actually. The one vacuum not that loud. Need to vacuum some
Although
of
if
this
I had the
out.
power, I would edit your YouTube right up.
What does it say?
It is lacking, in my opinion, it is lacking your websites, it is lacking your merch, and it is lacking your socials.
Oh yeah, YouTube is. If anything was on it, was old information.
Yeah. So what are you in the process of doing right now?
Basically, I'm cleaning up some. This is a drain for the water as it melts because it shaves. What is this? It shaves ice, gets pushed out. Great shot. Shaved ice gets pushed out this hole right here. And I know it looks dirty through uh, basically centrifugal force, but below some of the water will drain. And it looks like somebody at some point has used a lot of hard water. So there is some calcium deposits inside of this that I figured I would sweep up. So there's a little bit of calcium down here, not destroying the machine, but making it to where I want to. Uh, yeah, I want it to be perfect when I go take it to Murph. So I was standing here, I figured I'd sweep it up. There's a drain right here to drain the water out. All this arm here, I'm probably going to brush it because that's aluminum. So I'm not sure why they bolted aluminum straight to stainless, but whatever. We're going to
If
try
it's
to
an
wire
older
wheel that, I
machine, they're
think, and
not
just
worried
leave it
about the
aluminum.
electrolysis. We have ads on
Yeah.
Twitch in 1 minute. So remember, save all the secret stuff for then, because that way we'll get some subs over here.
Wait, there's two. Did somebody join backstage?
I see no one backstage other than me.
So you can see backstage then on
Yes,
this one?
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. That's handy. I'm just now learning or trying with the Restream. I haven't purchased it yet. We're on the free plan, but I do like the fact that you can actually stream this to your channel.
Yes.
Well, we're not building, we're fixing on this. Sean.
So Tech
This is an
Cheaper
ice
shouts out
shaver. We're
Karen.
taking it to
Sean asks what you're building. Are you going to whip out the
this
grinder
is.
with a brass wheel?
I did not get the proper wheels set up because I thought it was going to take longer to tear apart. So I do not have a buffing setup on my grinder. I'm probably going to have to stream that another night because I have
Okay.
to find all that because of doing the move. Those that
Yeah.
haven't looked, I might as well show my mess. Uh, this cart, if you did see it in the last stream, was piled with four complete engines and pieces on it at the time of my last. We are also scrapping right now. Let's see here. I can control my camera. Let's pan around. This is going to be our workshop there. Okay, that's stainless table that we're using to clean off stuff and organize. That will also be because that it has a drain on it and rolls around pretty nice. You'll see some stuff in the background we will be fixing, like a vintage fan from the 1930s to early 1940s. There's also a vending machine back there from the 1940s. Powder coating oven. You'll see some stuff on the ground because we're still trying to figure out how where they're moving from where they used to be. And all those toolbars are going to be leaving where a mill, a lathe, and a drill press surface grinder are all going in there. This is the outside of my shop. The signs and all that are going to stay and come all the way down the wall in here.
Bearded Preacher says,
So
howdy,
this
all
is
you
going to
neat
be a
people.
metalworking shop here in a few months. But currently it is a mess. Welcome in, Beardy.
Pez Liz,
Demerits.
too late. Demerits
Uh,
to Bearded Printer.
he'll get suspension later.
Hello, Beardy. Welcome.
I think he's going to get detention at this rate and have to stay
Bearded Printer
after.
says, at Pez Liz, I knew it.
Or we're going to crash his. You're going to crash his fusion stream.
Dark Third Dimension says, if your workspace isn't a mess, are you really a maker? Tech Cheaper says,
I
OP.
would like it a little
Bearded Printer
cleaner.
is here, and now my court order doesn't let me near him. Pez Liz says, at Bearded Printer, I need
I
my
would
glue
like my
bottle
place a little
open.
cleaner.
Please fix it so it'll finish my this house. Bearded Printer says, I always make sure to close Fusion before popping into Bob's stream.
Safety first, right, Beardy? Your glue, you're wanting to take care of your whole house. That's going to be an issue. I just blame Beardy for all your issues. That's any problem you have with our mates this month. Beardy is still taking responsibility, so blame him for all print failures on Bob models this month. Just
Is it all right if I
email
promote here for a
Beardy.
moment, Bob? May I promote for a moment?
People online can promote on each other.
Bearded Printer, you should check out the whips for this Sunday. Either rewatch the show today or take a look at my whip channel. There's some stuff in there you might enjoy. Bearded Printer says, Pez Liz, 3D print a car and run over the glue bottle with it so it'll open. Pez Liz says, Bearded Printer, smart. Or SMRART, one or the other.
Something I'm not sure she was truly saying smart for 3D printed car to run over the bottle.
What are you currently holding? Bob needs TTS.
I do need TTS. I will have TTS by the next stream. I did not realize I could not read the screen from this. This is the push bar. This is definitely going to have to be some cleanup. Doesn't touch the food, but there is some rust back here. All right, this should have been stainless. So I'm not sure how it's rusted, but
Could be
we'll
low
be
grade stainless.
cleaning this up and buffering it. It's probably just a little bit of surface rust.
Yeah.
Um,
Karen Chow says at Bearded Printer, hi, how is Creature? Tech Cheaper says TTTFH will do for now. Oh, thanks. just trying to help.
it's a start.
I believe strongly in Maker
come
Haas.
I do need TTS because I am planning on trying to do some projects back here. I need to get better organized as far as my supplies because I again I should have known I was going to end up having to buff this. Uh, I probably need a noise gate though too before I do buffing out here.
Bearded Printer
We
says at
might.
Karen Chow, creature is alive and well. Smiley face or laughing face. Sorry.
So
Well, we gotta see you do
I
some
do
work.
probably need
So
to get
get
a
the
noise gate.
grinder out and pitter patter, brass wheel it, baby.
Let me see if I can. I could probably do at least this.
Bearded Printer says, I think you needed 3D print a replacement there.
I will be
Just no
3D
new
printing
arm.
parts for it because this doesn't have a guard. This is free safety, unfortunately. So I will be adding some safety features
Well, you
to
know what
our
I would
equipment.
suggest, right?
What's that?
I'd find some sheet, whether aluminum, stainless, or iron, steel, and some expanded metal, and just weld up a frame or like rivet a frame together, and then just paint it. Again, you can print a guard, right? And there. Remember,
I
reach out
don't
to
think it would
KB3D, reach out to
have
West
the
3D.
appearance that I want. We are
Agreed,
going for
but
the
if you're
aesthetic
worried,
here.
yeah, if you're worried though,
Uh,
to time save, because it'll take you time to design and print, whereas like getting some cardboard together, bending some cardboard so you get your templates, and then just bolting it together in the short term, right? That's the 2 hour job versus the design and print, which is probably a day. Again, I think the ambrosia is a
technically,
brilliant idea.
I actually think we can do the guard. And you're right about we were looking at 2 days.
Yeah,
Realistically, to 3D print a guard.
yeah.
Um,
It's just the
I
volume
actually
of it.
think realistically, by the time I actually fabricated a proper guard and make it look half decent, instead of just square, which I understand. I could do square, but by the time I get it the way I want, I'd have just as much time in it.
Yeah.
And if I 3D print it, I could cast it in aluminum later.
Subscriber hype.
Oh, thanks for the sub. It does not say who, but thank you for the sub. We
Well,
will
hello,
on the
Shenanigans 3D. So Shenanigans 3D has been subscribed to Tier 1 for 5 months.
oh, thank you. And thank you very much for the subscription, Shenanigans. I did not see if you were streaming today. In fact,
He was live streaming IRL.
I missed the stream then. Oh, there goes my streak unless he's streaming tomorrow. With Shenanigans.
Tech Cheaper submits
Thank you for
22
joining.
or 42 bits.
2 minutes. The answer
Bearded
to everything, right?
Printers
Tech Cheaper.
submits a giant moo cow emote.
Thank you for the bits. I'm going to move this out of the way and set up one of my buffers.
Shenanigans 3D says, I thought that was a claymore for a second till you walked away with it. Oh, pardon me, Tech Cheaper. It's creature. It is
Let's
creature.
see.
My apologies. Do you want to tell everyone what kind of vice that is?
This is actually it's not even a machinist vice, it's just a Wilton shot vice. See if I can. You're not going to be complaining about safety right now. Let's see here. Here we go.
Oh, look at the big old buffing wheel. I like it. I would have wired wheeled that with a stainless steel wire or a brass. I like it. Safety glasses.
Safety third.
Safety glasses. Beard Printer says, I have a lot of vices. This is the reason why I'm overweight and can't control my 3D print hobby. Karen Chow
I don't know if you ever
replies,
used that style of buffing, but that's actually why I like that one.
yeah, it's a nice polishing wheel.
So
Yeah, we can see it. Up, up, up. There we go.
yeah, what it'll finish looking. I'm not sure. It's one of the newer styles I've seen. But,
Yeah. Karen Chow replies, "Is it black and does it have? Is it white with spots?" Question mark. Kensley says, "Safety third.
safety. What
Eyes,
safety?
eyes, eyes."
Oh, you can't see the flaws, then you don't have a problem, right? Uh,
He's gonna look and not have safety glasses, so we're gonna have to put a. Oh, there it is. He's got eyes. Good man. Thank you. Those
yeah,
are
I
the
don't want to
eyes.
hit terms of service. Probably gotta take this off. But see, this is gonna clean up nicely with a little bit of buffing.
Oh, I
Not too
like
big
it.
of a deal.
I like it already. You can see. Yeah, keep it
So
keep it
that's
at
not gonna
keep
be
it at
a
chest height.
issue.
Whenever you're showing anything from now on, keep it at chest height so we can see it. Anything lower than that, the camera won't pick it up.
We will. I do need to get a camera for down version on this shop. That is going to be more tasks for this week.
Tech Cheaper says safety squints engaged. Tech Cheaper also says, look at those new safety glass. Look how new those safety glasses look. You can tell they're rarely used.
Uh,
You
actually, they're broken.
engaging
Tech
in
cheaper, so you can.
dangerous things on Twitch can get you a ban.
Yes, I know. That's why I
So
put the safety glasses on.
you've got to put the eyes on.
It is a buffing wheel, and it does have the proper guards, so it's not as
I
dangerous as a lot of people think.
I
But you
understand,
are correct.
and it's not
Um,
me. I don't care. But I know what Twitch
yeah.
thinks. That's why when I'm running my mill, you'll always see me put my safety glasses on, even though my mill does not require safety glasses. So what are you
This
currently
will
doing?
actually show the. I'm disassembling the push bar because you can actually tell water gets to it because that is calcium buildup on the end of this push
Remember,
bar.
chest height.
This will allow me to get. This will allow basically me to get a more even polish on it because I can't go up without tearing up the
The
end of
wheel.
that piece, which we will also be polishing, just not with this large of a machine. I've got a little bit smaller one than this Brillo pad, or which is essentially what I'm using here. Turn it down a little.
You saw it here first, everyone. Bob is polishing his metal in front of you. Make sure to clip it. And just so you guys know, bits are 5% off right now.
What we're doing is essentially polishing. This is the I'll have to walk over to show the end result
What is
with
the
this
grit?
last piece done.
Ooh, look at that. Perfect.
On this
Remember,
one,
hold
I
it
don't
chest
know. I was
height.
going to go a little higher. I cannot tell you the grit on this off the top of my head.
It's not saying on the end of the wheel, eh? So I have to say, everyone, this is the actual very first episode of Maker Haas.
Carl, what was the question? What was the comment or
I
question?
said today is the very first day of Maker Haas.
Oh, I think the first day will be when I get the mill up.
Nope, disagree. This is the first day you've ever worked on something
Station
in the
loss
shop,
reconnecting.
and I think it's wonderful. This is amazing to see. I love this stuff. Don't worry, I'll read your chat. I'm not the best TTS, but I'll read your chat. It's TTTFHW.
Oh, I saw it.
Oh, you lost your end wheel. It fell off during grinding. It'll be on your left side near the crane base.
Well, actually, I lost the other. This
Yeah.
is
It came
part of
off
it.
while you were grinding. It's near the crane base and that green cabinet. There you go. One of the coolest things you can see so far is I have never used a grinding wheel like that. That is a polishing wheel.
This is in a lot of paint shops. It'll give you a lot smoother polish on that. They're typically higher um, or uh, higher grit counts than what you'll normally see on a grinding. I would say it's more for evening out, but just close to the camera is this is a first polishing on it. I don't know if you guys saw it before, but she's actually almost there. One
Look at
more
that.
higher grit, and she will actually, this will be perfect.
Good job. Look at that. Took all the surface off. Looks good, man.
So this will really nice polishing setup. I'm stripping paint, and that it does work for that. It's worth my allowance because I have to fix this issue.
Would have would have worked out better if you had 3D printed a new one by Bearded Printer.
I don't think that would work better with the 3D printed, with the new one 3D printed, but I would guess on a lot of things. Again, we will be
Shenanigans.
3D printing on all projects at some point. All the projects from out here, because there'll always be something we have to add to make these vintage machines perfect. Because they did not think of safety on a lot of this stuff that I have. So there will be printing in almost everything. My goal is to take all of my vintage machines, make them perfectly safe, and return them to service. Or add
Shenanigans 3D says
features.
squint. Pez Liz replies to Bearded Printer with 3D print a new soul. Bearded Printer replies to Pez Liz, why didn't I think of that? I'm going to look for a new one on Maker World. Remember Sport Build Over Bot over on Maker World? I don't believe the bot works. No
Did
link.
bring
I
it
will
up,
find it for you guys.
but I don't see.
Pez Liz replies, "Why not cults? Lols." Sorry, lol.
I do have a Cults account. I do need to start pushing it.
3D printed mower blades. I'm telling y'all, Shenanigans 3D. Creator Printer says that's where the bad ones are. Flying to cults. I'm gonna get the Built Over Bot logo here, or the Built Over. Remember, everyone, follow Built Over Bot over on Maker World. Help him get his numbers. He is 25. He's looking for
I do need
25 new users to follow him.
50. If
25.
I get 25, I can move some of my catalog over, I guess, because I need 200 to get some of my catalog moved over. Okay, I gotta get. I'll fix StreamerBot real quick because it is on. For some reason, it's not wanting to log in on. Twitch.
Pez Liz says I'm going to the
Well,
store.
have a good safe
Milk
trip,
and eggs are
Pezlis.
on sale at Pharmaprix. Bearded Printer says forbidden. Sean Doan says living in the Midwest, there are tons of vintage things out here ripe for the picking. I agree, Sean. I think here in Vancouver it is super hard to
It's
get anything
basically
like
where
that. But
we live in
the
the
American
Midwest, Shondone. Not sure where you're at, but I'm in Southern Illinois. We will be opening the makerspace, so that's basically how the finished product looks. This
Shenanigans
is
3D
actually
says I
acceptable.
got chocolate milk today. Yeah, that is nice. It's nice. It looks good. I think it looks good. Karen Chow Design says make more pickled eggs. Oh, making more pickled eggs? I cannot say I personally have made pickled eggs. I don't even know if I like pickled eggs, to be honest with you. Pez Liz says no more. Ha 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 ha. Do you have a recipe, Pez
I
Liz,
need to
for pickled
find the
eggs?
egg recipe the lady from the car show makes it. Make it egg, or not eggs, but pickles. She has a way of making pickles taste like apple pie.
Sean Doan says I was born
Bizarre.
and raised in Ohio, but now I live in Washington State.
Ohio is like the machine capital of the world. There's a
Yes.
auction house over there. You can buy mills for nothing over in a small place in Ohio. Okay, it looks like the
Yeah, bot just kicked in.
streamer bot kicked in.
Shenanigans
So,
3D
all right.
says, pickled eggs and beets. I like the beets. I don't think I've ever had pickled eggs. What is the pickling in pickled eggs? Are they dill pickle eggs or are they sweet eggs? I don't know. You have to teach me.
I'm going to have to disassemble a lot of this, I think. Bob.
Just so you know, Bob, I'm very impressed with you today.
It is a lot harder to stream a project because you got to get cameras right. And I tried to get it set up, but we will
You're doing fine.
have to work on some of that.
I am enjoying this, and chat is enjoying this. Chat is very active. Pez Liz says, I enjoyed that combo last night. Did not like the texture of the yolk. Tell me more. I don't know what that means, Liz. Are you shushing me? Or are you shushing Bob? There seems to be a shushush
Sorry, I had to walk away.
emote war occurring in chat.
Oh, that's I think they're shooshing Pezlis or swooshing. I'm going to actually run a decent pair of safety glasses on this thing.
You just like I wouldn't dog you if it was just you and me talking, but because you are on Twitch and YouTube, you have to abide by safety rules.
Oh, this machine or this little polishing machine, actually, I need safety glasses on for lots of reasons.
Sure.
Uh,
Yeah, that's a wheel polisher.
this one
Anybody's wondering.
actually can be an issue.
Dark 3D says no lemons, to which Shenanigan replies with prawns.
No lemons, that means you have to haul lines, right?
I like that's a
That means
good one actually. That's a good one.
lemon. Who's got the no lemons emote?
Dark 3D. Dark
Oh.
third dimension, sorry. I apologize.
Wait, Dark Third
Also,
streams? I didn't know that.
no, those are from DL. Lemons, no limes. No lemons, no limes, sorry. I'm not savvy on all this Twitch stuff. Dark Third Dimension says, nope, not streaming yet. Want to, though. Well, Dark, you are quite the creative. Quite the creative, so I'd love to see. I've seen your CAD designs and things. And you're a large member of
I've
the
heard
community.
of his CAD designs, but actually, I didn't think he had them published.
I believe he sent them to me.
Okay. I'm not quite that lucky. He didn't send me his. So I've not seen them. Because I know he was working on a home automation system or a computer automation system.
I know that he was working on a universal box design, drawer box design.
Oh, for like toolbox organization?
Yes, sir.
I've got
Similar
about half
similar
of one
to a
design.
machinist cabinet or a index. What's the library index is called? But similar to that. Third dimension, dark third
Uh,
dimension says, "Well, Bob, you never asked." And I am well. I'll be honest with you, Bob. Every time I hear somebody's making something, I always ask. And even if they're not making something, I ask.
yeah. Unfortunately, with the other stuff, I probably don't think about that as much as I should. I need to get better at it, but uh, with the shop, I've never had much time, unfortunately, to look as much. So I guess I haven't gotten in the habit of asking people. Uh,
Dark
it's
third
hard to keep
dimension
up with
says
just my stuff.
the CyberSync
Yeah, the cyber
is
sync.
is expanding one of those projects that the more I do, the more ideas I get to expand it. That is known as project creep.
It's not a project if it doesn't have free.
I may have redesigned my BattleBot like 3 times off camera this week. Just saying.
It's going to require some buffing because I don't want to take out the printing on it. But all the corrosion is off of this now.
So is that an aluminum
So
housing?
yeah, this is an aluminum housing, but aluminum running up against stainless will get some electrolysis.
Are
That's
you
the
going
surface
to
rust.
coat that with a clear lacquer or enamel?
I don't want to do a clear lacquer or enamel on it right now because I don't know enough on food safe aspects of
Sure.
it. And this touches food.
Yeah.
So I know the aluminum is safe if we bleach it and clean it up, which technically you wouldn't even have to do that, but a little bit overkill. If
Well,
we
remember, Sandy Star, which is the product used in brewing, home brewing, is perfectly acceptable for all cleaning surfaces.
so
Because
once we get the corrosion off, which is surface corrosion,
yep,
we'll be able to sanitize it
yep.
and run it. I will look into different qualities of finish to eliminate that in the future. However, this machine's probably 40 years old, and I bet this is the first time it's actually been cleaned,
Yes, sir.
sadly. Um, if you knew what restaurants did, you would never eat at one, is what I've always said. I've only worked in them in consulting capacity, but they're absolutely disgusting. And things like this which would have been at a state fair or one of those food huts, I guarantee you are worse. That was one of the reasons we wanted to get it out, is to get it sanitized, get it cleaned up. We did find the one issue. Technically, I can get around that by just printing the spacer and cleaning the load bearing. It'd probably be just fine. Um, clean up the shaft a little bit from the wear. This is realistically fine with some cleaning. So it should be at Murph. Unfortunately, I do have to get my wife's approval because she will throw a fit if it's not fine to her standards. So we will have to do that.
I know. I know
Uh,
Dishwasher Bot can't hear me, but remind her that I'm very, very excited for my energy drink snow cone.
I will let her know. I think she went inside. I don't know if you guys saw her walk by or not. She isn't sitting out here, so she walked in. Yeah, I will do my best. She's probably already shopping for parts for this, trying to figure out the load bearing because I think she wants to replace all the bearings and the blades. Now, the
Yeah.
blades, I could take these apart, clean them because there's some calcium on it, and run this. But overall, I would replace the blades while I have it apart.
Well, and it doesn't hurt having spares. So it's like I would not necessarily get rid of the original blades. I definitely resharpen them, but having new blades, new bearings, it's not a huge investment. I don't know if you'll be charging for these, but I think it's like I say, I think it's good. I personally am looking very much forward to a energy drink snow cone. There's nothing you could say or do. Once you promised that, well, you didn't promise, but after you suggested that be an option, you had me at hello. Dark
Will
third
make
dimension.
a requirement of people to do something. Like there could be a series of maker chips you have to get the snow cone. That's probably the only
Oh,
charge will be.
I don't like that
Um,
idea. Dark Third Dimension says, just notice Bob looks a lot like my first guitar teacher. Now that I've seen it, I can't unsee it. Tech Jeeper says, I
I'm
bet he doesn't sell like your first guitar teacher though. Keep working, Bob. I got you. I do need to take a couple minutes, but just so you know, we've got lots of people in chat. If you are a well-known member of the community that Built Over Bot has dealt with previously, you are welcome to come in and join in the live stream. I will remind him if you end up in the waiting room because he's quite busy. Um, Bob, I'm going to take a couple of minutes for myself. I'll be right back. Is that all right?
That's fine. I'll
All right.
watch chat and probably sit down for a second. The Hopefully you're considering that being a herb that you're thinking he smells like. No, I don't smell like that. For right now, I'm probably pretty sweaty, so that could be an insult to the guitar teacher if he smelled like me. I've been outside all day. We will be. I'll probably have to stream on this on another day, trying to get it done because she will, I guess, have to order some parts. Uh, Also, I do not like this outside spindle, so I got to figure out what I'm going to do about that. Hey, bring this over. I guess you can see. Yeah, it's still like constant. Good news about me doing this on stream. Those that don't like the machine will know ahead of time not to get a snow cone. Bad news for all those that don't like it. The snow cone place up the street might be worse. because there's a lot of calcium around there. This one lived up to that. Yeah, I can see that. I do not smell like the lettuce. I can assure you of that. I've never actually partaked. Actually, I take it back. I tried a gummy the other day, but I'm pretty sure it didn't work. So a lot of this is going to require some sanding to clean up. Like, it's too dark. Need to get powder coating off the these.
Hello, chat. I'm back to read your chats to Bob.
Oh, it is near. I probably need to get my powder coating up pretty soon on this.
You can spray it with some Plasta Dip, or you could just spray it with a metal-based primer and then paint to whatever color you want.
I I really think on some of those powder coating would look so much better though on a final finished product.
I
I
agree,
mean,
but remember, this is you're just playing with it. You're just getting up and running, and the powder coatings it take you some effort. So if you do get stressed out about it, the answer to it is just paint it. Paint is just fine. That machine was painted
I
before; it will
believe
be painted again.
we'll probably just run this for the Murph, and then I'm going to have to come back and revisit this to on cosmetics, like
Yes.
the this handle here. I'm going to grind off all the paint because it's chipping anyway, and it's enamel. But I'm probably just going to leave it uh, aluminum, and then come back and tape it all off and powder coat it when I can get some purple powder coat because I think that's going to be the color of this
Can't go wrong
the
with
end
purple.
product. Same with these. Which I'll have to bend this back. Guarantee you that's supposed to be bent up. So I got to fix all that. Put new blades on it. Clean that up. I'll polish it like I'm doing this. I don't know if again you can see it.
We are in
Um,
the wrong category. Please put us into makers and crafters. I don't have editor status.
let's see if I can do that. Which
You honestly, you should always be in makers and crafters or just chatting.
okay, I just moved to makers and crafters.
Thank you.
I will polish this one, but again, I don't. Well, I'm not going to powder coat that because I don't like the idea of powder coating on anything that touches food. So we're just going to polish it, clean it with dish soap, and run that like it is. Clean it up real well, sterilize it a little bit, and run it. I will have to research some sterilization methods for it.
You can boil it in hot
uh,
water. 5 minutes in boiling hot water. that will do the job as well.
Hmm. But that'll work. Uh, or once that's done, but I don't because I don't like the idea of powder coating, even if they allow it. I'm not sure on that.
You can powder coat
Um,
with a little bit of research here. Yes, powder coated can be food safe, but only if specifically formulated and certified for food safe. So you'd have to get food safe powder coat.
okay.
Yeah.
Also, I'm afraid it'll chip off, so I really don't necessarily want to be running that up against ice scraping, and that's essentially what that piece is going to be. So best
Yes.
bet's just to leave it aluminum straight up against it,
Yes.
uncoated and untreated, because I'm pretty sure this is aluminum on this, based upon the look of it. So we'll just polish that up. You may get your way if I can remove the shaft and run it on the surface grinder. We'll see. Uh, I don't want to risk the shaft on it without being able to remove it, and I don't see a way it bolts on. We'll look.
It could be press fit. Everyone,
Because it
please
doesn't
go
go through
give
the
Bob a
end.
follow over on YouTube.
Yeah,
Here's the
I
YouTube
don't know that I
link.
want.
That shaft could be just pressed in.
Definitely, if you
So,
can, if you
but
haven't followed me on
ideally,
Maker
I would
World,
just
please do.
clean it.
That would help me out.
Make sure. Let me get the link.
That's.
I'll get the link
I
from
think
Maker
I
World.
don't
Give
like
me two
there's pits
seconds.
on it, so I'm going to definitely polish it
Everyone,
and
please give
then
Bob a follow on Maker World.
clean it up. Uh,
He is
the witness
25
marks, I
followers
think, dent all
away
these
from
in a little
200.
bit.
Yes.
Uh,
The
mm,
rubbing? Yeah, absolutely. A little deformation.
yeah, so we'll get that cleaned up so I get more of the ice out of the machine.
Yes.
This is supposed to be one of the finest ice shavers out there, so we should be able to get snow cone quality ice out of it.
Honestly, if it's the
Again,
worst ice shaver out there, I don't care. It sounds like a beautiful and interesting idea. I'm very excited to see a vintage machine brought back to life. I'm very excited to see the work that you're doing on it. Like I said, the machine didn't look terrible. It looked like it needed a clean and a service, but other than that, it doesn't look beat up. It's not all bashed in. And nonetheless, it's a beautiful machine and it's very exciting that you've decided this year for your first adventure, you're going to bring an ice shaver.
I think everybody would have liked it at least the previous years. This year is going to be, I guess, hopefully cooler for everybody, but I still think it'll be. If nothing else, maybe we can talk the other two guys I'm staying with at a not a or a Airbnb. Maybe we can have some group over and have shaved ice too. But we'll see. Or maybe we can find a place to throw a little bit of a party at Murph, to where we have some shaved ice drinks, maybe even some adult ones if we figure out a path or pattern for it at a party. However, I don't drink alcohol much, so that is going to be somewhat dependent on other people.
I also drink alcohol very little.
I've got nothing against it. I just technically my wife says I'm too cheap. No, she's probably not wrong.
So
Uh,
everyone look forward to some homebrew from Built Over Bot in the near future. That'll be a live stream he'll be putting together. You'll have to wait your 3 months for fermentation, but Built Over Bot will be brewing his own product to be as cheap as he can. You can get it down to like 40 cents a bottle. Everyone, make sure I have just posted the Maker World link. Please go give Built Over Bot a follow. He is 25 followers away from his follower goal of 200.
and then we can, I think, if I read the thing right, we can actually upload memberships to Maker World
Yeah, subscription system is
as an
available.
option.
Yes.
So for those that would like to see our stuff on Maker World, it will at that now it will take us a little bit because we have what 1,000 files now, uh, something like that. So it will take us a couple days to get files uploaded,
I
and a
feel
couple
your pain.
days outside of family events. I know yours is probably that would be minor for you, wouldn't it?
Sorry?
that would probably be minor for your uploads if I remember correctly. But I think you're what 4 or 5,000.
No, I'm not that high. I am somewhere around 3,000. And I have outstanding 40 models. It's a model set. There's 2 model sets plus some stuff I've designed lately. I just did a brand new toolbox design for Gridfinity. It's just an upscaled version of my existing Gridfinity toolbox, but I found my Gridfinity toolbox was too small, so I made it taller. That's what
I
I'm
probably should
checking right
actually
now.
go get some of the files we published this week. Let me watch.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't have any printed. You didn't send them to me.
I haven't. I've not been doing. I'm still at the family stuff with my mom, trying
Yep.
to get all the paperwork filled out. And I have a niece with cancer, so I have been taking care of, not taking care
Full
of her, but taking her to appointments.
full plate.
So yes, I've not been keeping up with this in my file really. Um, but Sandy did publish. Yeah, she published my father's dog. That is the Smoky file. That is a direct representation of his dog. He always wanted it done. Unfortunately, it was not published till after he died, but she had been working on it for a few months trying to get the painting right. That's published.
I will go get
Draft some.
I will go get your link. Uh, Karen, if you're still here and you have anything new to show, Bearded Printer, Tech Cheaper, any makers out there, if you have anything you need, you can always DM it to me directly, or I believe links are open in chat. Yep, the border collies are up here. Let me give you guys, I'll give this link to you. You can go check out Built Over Bot on Thangs. These are subscription-based models currently. He currently has a new border collie up, a bison, some moo cow earrings, some sitting or standing silkies, which is a type of chicken, and a sitting or standing chicken, as well as he's got some moo cow fidgets available. He's got the new
Yeah, the
hex
latest ones are the.
pattern barn and a doghouse available.
Let's see.
I've got them here,
I'm gonna have
Bill.
to get better lighting out here.
Ooh, schmancy.
The border collie. That one is painted like my father's. He always wanted to give those out to his physical therapist. So we finally got him done. Unfortunately, for about 2 weeks after he passed. But that's published a bison, and she has revisited the what was it? The dogs that or king or the queen had having a brain freeze. Those are about to be published next week. Um, the Queen of England used to breed them, but
Yes, everyone likes border
the,
collies.
well, not the border collie. It's another one that's about to be published.
The corgis,
Um,
some corgi
yeah, the
action.
corgi. Yeah, she's redone the corgi
Exciting.
to get published. I don't know what she's working on right now. I was I'm trying to get some birds done that I want to see done. And then I think somebody's been asking for cats. So she's probably working on some of those. She probably has 50 models that she's working on that I don't get to see right now because of my other extracurricular activities.
If you guys don't know, Bob
I've
is
always
super
said I was
Batman.
or never went with a wife. Here lately I have been. Because she is not a fan of going to cancer treatment visits and stuff like that. So, and in case somebody did not catch the first part, I do not have cancer.
I appreciate that you mentioned the whip that I run. I've already been tagged once in it.
I'm glad to be of service.
Strongly dislike you, sir.
Uh, remember, anybody that is posting WHIP, make sure you post it. Do not tag Maker in that post, and then make another post saying how cool your post is and tag Maker in it. That is the proper way to do WHIP. But please make sure you actually post something worth seeing. Let's be fair. We don't want to tease him about stuff that's not there. We want to make sure he looks forward to WHIP every week, knowing that it's going to be good and you can't see it until Sunday. That's the goal.
You are
That's the
not
proper
helping.
way to do WHIP.
You are
Yes.
not helping.
I think I am.
I don't think you are.
I believe I'm helping. I'm a very helpful person.
We will agree that you are a helpful person. We will agree also that this is not a helpful thing.
I don't agree. I agree that this is helpful. So there is no agreement with this.
That yes, we are at a disagreement.
Let's actually have a poll. Can you do I have a mod here that can do a poll? Can somebody do or
I can try. Yes.
it's actually me. I got my hands are clean enough to touch the keyboard.
So what's the
Let's do a
question?
poll.
Yes.
Is Bob helpful on Whip Sundays by suggesting tagging Maker afterwards? Yes or no?
Okay. I will do that. Give me a second.
Let's have a poll and we can decide this. If everybody thinks I'm helpful. And it can be decided once and for all. I am going to have to get some dish soap. I wonder if the wife will let me throw these in with the dishes.
Are we allowing additional votes?
What's a
And how?
poll if you can't cheat?
Okay. And do you want to set it to 10 demerits or do you want to set it higher?
Let's go 10 demerits.
Okay. 5-minute run.
Let's see what people think.
You want to do a 5-minute duration for the vote?
Yeah, that's plenty.
Okay.
We'll see if somebody who buys the vote. Just lick it.
Tulsa Skin says nope. Then gives a laugh. Then Bearded Printer says just lick it. Yeah, lick it to remember. Lick the shaft so you can insert the pulley.
Yeah.
Bearded Printer wants all of the demerits. I never get demerits from Bearded Printer, so.
Did you change yours to demerits, Beardy? Your points? See, Beardy won't cheat on the vote. He won't give up his demerits. He's stingy with them.
Bearded Printer says agrees with Bearded Printer gets all the demotes. Bearded Printer says mine is still all set to thingies.
I thought you were going to change yours to demerits. I think I'm going to have to find my steam cleaner because that's about the only thing that really want to use on this.
You can boil it. Like you can put it in a pot and boil it in hot water for 5 minutes. It has to be a rolling boil though. Bearded Printer says, I like being able to exchange my demerits for arcade prizes. Bearded Printer also says, I'm going to change mine to demerits right now. Bearded Printer says, I forgot I was going to do that.
Well, I didn't say you had to, obviously, but I thought you were. I think it's a good idea considering you always give demerits out too.
As I said before, I've never received a demerit, so I'm fancy.
You never received a demerit?
No, sir.
Oh, were you one of those nerdy students The good
Yes,
ones?
sir. No,
Well,
sir.
I'm
I
sorry.
was I was absolutely one of the worst school students you could imagine. Beer Printer says all my points are actually called stuff. He laughs, and now it's called demerits. Stop looking at chat. Get back to work. It's gonna be my new tagline for you.
Uh, I actually got somewhat famous when I was in high school because they figured out late my senior year that I was getting by with skipping class on two classes by telling the teachers I was skipping class. They didn't believe me and laughed and walked off. I got caught every day. Teacher would ask me, "Yeah, what are you doing?" Skipping class and walk off, and they'd laugh and leave me alone. The end of the year, my senior year, they found out I was skipping class, and I just got by with it by telling the truth the entire year.
That's amazing. We don't need to talk about my high school experience.
If anybody's listening, kids, that's a secret. Be honest. Teachers won't believe you anyway. I'm gonna have to buff this a little bit while I have it off.
The old rub and buff, as they say. I was a terrible elementary school student, terrible middle school student, and terrible high school student, and terrible college student. But I managed to make it through. I have my um, I have my red seal in industrial mechanics, and I'm actually looking at some new stuff. I don't know if I really want to share, but if you ask me, I'll share. But I am working on some new stuff. Doop-a-doop-a-doo.
I did not do as well in high school as I should have, but I did okay in college. Okay.
I was. I'm one of those students that doesn't need to necessarily. I'm the worst. I typically don't do homework or study. I just generally listen to the instructor. And in my experience while doing my trying to get my red seal, my instructors because I got quite frustrated, quite stressed out. My my instructor said, you know, Maker, you've been doing this long enough. You just simply need to listen to what I'm saying. And I passed with pretty good grades, pretty high grades on my interprovincial, which is what allows me to have my red seal. And I passed my IP, which is known as the interprovincial testing, with a very high grade. Most industrial mechanics fail. Oh, it's a tie. So you are both helping and not helping by suggesting by suggesting after the event for Whip Sunday. I was a coaster in high school. I just did the bare minimum to get by. Agreed, Beard Printer. The oral. I went to my high school didn't have typical classes. So when I left one high school and went to a new high school, they didn't have teachers teaching classes, mostly bookwork. But I finished my high school on principal's list.
I think I would have actually won the vote if you hadn't voted, Maker.
I didn't vote.
Oh, you didn't.
No, sir. I would think that would be unfair if I had voted. I had to abstain. So it's a
Somebody
tie.
voted against me.
Yes, sir.
I'm crushed.
You are not. Somebody actually spent demerits to mitigate the post.
Let's see. Let me get this pulled out because it's going to be buff too.
I wanted to be an
Uh,
engineer in high school. Um, I didn't live in the opportunities that would give me the ability to go to engineering school. But the thing that put me down the engineering path originally was I went to a local university here and met someone who had finished the engineering program 4 years previously, and they had a battle bot on the TV show BattleBots, and that sort of set it up for me. That was sort of I never realized that
so
you could be a working
Box
engineer.
was out when I was in high school. I worked on one of the people I worked with at Motorola had a BattleBot, and I did work on their BattleBot once, but I don't think that was out, unfortunately, when I was in school.
Yeah, I
Uh,
that was the big one for me because engineers I had always thought were big paperwork guys. And again, we couldn't afford to go. I couldn't afford to go to engineering school, but the seeing engineering in a different light than what I had previously thought of it was really cool. So, but engineers are quite clever. The engineer courses I'm looking at right now are very, very math based. I did not do pre-calculus 12 or calculus 12, which happens to be a huge setback. But as I say to most high school students, if they are listening, make sure you do home ec, because at some point in time you're going to live on your own, and knowing how to take care of yourself is very, very important. It's
do
a
they
very
still
important
offer home
adult
ec?
skill. I don't believe so. I think it's coming back, but I believe they got rid of it. Yes. But home ec, sewing home ec, because I did a lot of sewing, repairing my worn out coveralls. So like I used to wear bib coveralls, like if I didn't have full fireproof coveralls on, full body, and I used to sew deer hide into the groin area where my grinder or my welding would go, and then I made my own boot aprons. I've made a bunch of like textiles and stuff, and I used to make my own clothes because you'd burn holes in them at work. A lot of grinding, a lot of arc gouging, things of that nature. I worked on the heavy industrial side, right? So
It's actually kind of weird. I never would have guessed there was a piece of wood in here. But
I
there's
would
a
have.
few.
Yeah. Remember, wood when clean is food safe.
This is before it gets to the food,
Yeah.
but
So there's a spacer in there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so it's there's a wood spacer. There are well three of them inside this machine. I never would have guessed it, but also maybe somebody's repaired it after me too, or for me, because I did not get this thing new.
So chat
This
Bill
came from a
Memberbot
food
is
truck.
currently working on a ice shaver for an upcoming event he's attending. It's very interesting to see these machines. It's a blend of stainless steel and aluminum, and he's working his way through the system. He's already polished ground a few items, the infeed bar, and was it one of the pulleys you did? No, the base for the infeed bar.
I
If you
did
don't know,
did one. I've done one pulley, but it's going to require some cleaning that I can't do in the input bar. Is what I currently polish. This is going to
if you
require a lot of cleaning still. That some of it's going to be done off stream because Sandy's going to clean it. I'm sure after I'm done because it has to do with food. And she doesn't trust anybody touching her food stuff but her.
Yes, correct. Mad Scientist Slack. Mixing metals is naughty naughty. Mixing aluminum and stainless steel tends to produce oxidization or surface rust to any of the aluminum through what's a process known as electrolysis, especially because water is
And
involved.
that's actually what I'm cleaning up. Not trying to slack, but it doesn't seem like every engineer knows that.
The process, yes, is they trade electrons and produce oxidization. The process is known as electrolysis. It's the same process that you use to put a finish on metals. So sometimes you'll see electrolysis baths. For example, he could put all of
Because
the aluminum parts in an electrolysis bath and color them.
I guess this was upside down.
I don't know what voltage you would require to do aluminum electrolysis. I believe 9 volts, but I could be
Well,
wrong.
I've every time I've done it's been 12
12? Okay.
volts on aluminum. Yeah, but you could be.
Different metals require different minimum voltage. So
I don't know if that's minimum voltage. Every time I've done electrolysis on aluminum, it's been 12 volts. Um, but I am not an expert, so I shouldn't have said that.
Dark Third Dimension says an ice blue ice shaver would be pretty cool.
I would like to go purple because we're going to do a lot of purple in this, and also we're taking this to a car show in the back of a white Ford F1 with purple flames and setting it up on the tailgate of it. So that kind of would be nice to have it purple. It's going to be like a great purple car. So we're going to, I'm going to try to find some purple powder coat aftermurf before the car show to do the, like this handle and purple and a few other pieces. But I need to find some purple and white plastic to print the guard
I've already
because
sent you
there's
the
really no
link
reason to do it.
in Discord private
Yeah.
chat. So
Oh,
there,
for the what
that'll
you're
put you
looking at?
down the step, right? So that'll start you.
For the I'm assuming uh
Ambrosia ASA.
KB3D. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Because KB3D has
KB3D.
both in stock, and it is Ambrosia ASA.
Yeah, I would probably if I'm going to be promoting somebody, and that's kind of what you're doing if you're using a product, I would I don't have anything against West 3D at all. I just have done KB3D when I asked for a part, they actually found it, ordered it, and started stocking for something we couldn't get in the States. I'm sorry, that's customer service. You know, that's going well beyond. He even messaged me the instant it went live to know that my the stuff I wanted was in. So I think that's customer service. You know, he sourced it. Now, granted, I know every other people wanted it. I'm not saying they didn't, and he ordered something just for me, but he still sourced some parts that we wanted and let me know as soon as they got in stock. So if I want to push a company, that's the type of company I would like to push. Yeah. So if we're going to get free promotion out of it, because I'm looking at paying for the material. Don't get me wrong, I take it for free, but right now I'm looking at covering it. I would like it to be a somebody who deserves the support, you know. Um, so I'll look at that as or once the stream is off. That, but I think we're going. I said I think we're going purple on it for that reason. I get the ice blue, and that is an option. I
I
do
prefer
like
the
blue,
purple.
but I think purple does cold too. So
Yes.
there's that. So I think that's the again that's where I'm headed. Also
Yes,
redo
sir.
all the decals and to be purple and white for it and try to make it all look nice. Uh, Now, also, I know Maker has said something. Anybody that's got something to promote, this is a free promotion stream as long as again the mods know who you are. Uh, I don't want people promoting that I don't know because I don't want to be acting like I'm supporting a product that I don't know the person, even if it isn't mine. So
Correct.
I would prefer it to be somebody who's active in chats if they're going to promote themselves. You know, not
Yeah. Well, and it also protects your
again,
stream,
not
right?
that it matters, but yeah. Um,
Yeah.
that way, it's not somebody that yeah. Anybody that nobody knows, I'd prefer like if you just somebody posted a link, I'd prefer it just erased. But if we know it's coming and say what you're promoting first before you post the link. Because I don't want any adult websites or something like that on there. For and I know people have gotten them, so now that's interesting. The brass insert actually some is brazed on here. I didn't think you could do that. Somebody
You can
actually
braze brass to aluminum. Yep.
I actually have never done that, but yeah, that brass insert is actually brazed to the aluminum on this.
Well, my click
Your
cat
click
would
cap.
always use some love. It kind of flopped. Yes. Uh, again, promote it. Make sure that you
Post the
promote it
link.
wherever you can. Post the link here. I'll make sure to go grab it. Remember, we are looking for an additional 25 followers for Built Over Bot on MakerWorld. I have to say, your noise canceling, Bob, is outstanding. We can't hear the tools at all.
I'm actually shocked at that. All I have is a basic noise gate on this.
I don't know, but it is amazing because every time you fire something up, like the grinder, we heard a little bit of it as it started. That drill we can't hear. It's excellent. You know I'm going to tell you to put that in a vise, right? I
It,
I just
this is actually low RPM.
hey man, just saying. Listen, as soon as my hot workspace is up, you can come in and you can voice your opinions on my my skill level. Oh, I finally got my camera to lose the zoom.
This is actually a buffing wheel, so it's not got the torque a drill does.
Also, what was beautiful is
But yeah,
seeing that oxidization just come off in jets. It was really cool to watch that. All right, we got a printables here. Dark third dimension. Make sure you're on multiple platforms. Printables is good for sure, but I would strongly suggest that you put it on MakerWorld as well. And you could also try Nextprint, but I don't use Nextprint very much.
I have not posted in there for their or to Nextprint in a while.
It took too long for
Uh,
them to approve my
they,
files, so I don't use them.
yeah, it seemed like you're playing games with them to get them to publish.
Yeah, and they did fail. They
So,
failed 3 of my designs, and then I reposted them, and they were fine.
and that's the other thing. You got to where, oh, well, this is the same as another file, and it wasn't. So you end up getting, yeah, it became an issue. Um, I get they're paying people to publish and have issues there, but even if you weren't in that program, you still got dinged for it. It's just to where you can't separate things for people to find. It was just a pain in the butt. I don't think it's going to survive. Um, but that's my opinion. And yes, I know, this should be an advice.
It is what it
But
does, whatever works for you. I'm gonna say, put it in a vise.
yeah. Um, If this wasn't a low torque buffer, I would probably put it in a vise. And notice I did put a separate handle on it to control it better when I had
Yes,
something in a
I saw
vise. But
that. Yes. If K-Train, if you are still here, congratulations on all your work over on printables. I am seeing your numbers, and very good job, miss. Very good job.
but she's been climbing quite a bit on printables.
Yep. We like to
We're
see that.
actually doing a lot better on printables. So I was shocked. Printables is not a dead site, that's for sure.
It's been growing again, which is good. I think that a lot of people have a lot of respect for Joseph Prusa lately. So
Honestly, I think he's got one of the better designed printers right now. I like the Snapmaker, and it's going to be hard to beat Snapmaker on price. But I think the new tool changer coming out on print or by Joseph Prusa is going to be one to beat if you got the money for it.
I have
So
a respect for Joseph Prusa because it was a 2-man team into 800 over 4 years. It's amazing. It's a European-made printer. It's not made in China, so the supply chain is different. And the fact that he speaks among the community, and they call him Joe. I've never met him, but people don't call him Joseph. They call him Joe when they meet him. So it's pretty to see someone so humble with so much power is wonderful to see. Dark Dimension says it's on thanks too. Remember, right now, if unless you're using a subscription system, I recommend you use some of the machine websites, as you can earn points there. Mad Scientist says, haha, that's fun. Dark Third Dimension, shouldn't it be a cat? A cat though, and then he rewrites it a click cat. Dark Dimension says, I thought about it. Thought about that, but wanting to sidestep copyright. Mad Scientist Slack replies,
Somebody got a copyright on
it'd be
ClickCat
Kit Kat, right?
or
Yeah, he's trying to avoid any issues with them.
oh
I don't think it would be a major, especially if you spelt it differently. And then Mad Scientist Slack replies, "Good call, lol. Just looked into it, and there might actually be a trademark issue using the word cat to describe something that looks like a Kit Kat. Actually, might get you in trouble. I don't know about that. That would be a hard one to prove in court. So I think you're fine. And I do like
yeah, I would say, but then again, all it takes sometimes on some of these sites is for it to make a claim against you.
correct.
I mean,
And the petition system is different,
realistically,
I
that
will be
guy who
honest.
patented the fidget, he wasn't going to win in court, but if any of us want to mess with it. And he won. He got a lot of people removed for
Yes,
ring fidget spinning or whatever they were. So it patent trolls do win a lot of times. Not to get you to cheaper to pay out.
correct.
And 3D printing, we're going to get a lot of patent trolls. Take another person's design and go
Coming
file a patent, especially when they change the patent
come
rules.
come soon. Yes, it's going to be a big issue. Matt's on Slack
Threads
says
pretty far into the
it
gray.
treads pretty far into the gray area. Looks pretty dark gray by the sounds of it. Again, I don't think it'll be too much of an issue because candy companies do not seem to be causing issues with it.
It's more metal. I actually think you're going to see a lot of issues with like Mattel, Lego, Disney. Those are probably going to be the first ones that are huge issues for us in the 3D
Uh,
printing community. And some of the
remember
issues I'm on
Games
their
Workshop?
side.
Like Games
Yeah,
Workshop has been very like the
yeah,
term
Games
Warhammer has
Workshop.
been banned on cults, right? So Hasbro, Mattel, Disney, and everything under the Disney banner. Um, who else? Games Workshop. Who else? Because remember, Hasbro owns Wizards of the Coast, which is Dungeons and Dragons. So, um, what's the comment here? Dark Dimension 3D, Dark Third Dimension says, figure err on the side of caution. Keep it using have a break to keep the association. Yes, it should. Again, I don't think that would be a major issue because I've seen literally clones of Hershey's candy bars with Hershey's written on them. So again, I would not be too concerned. I do not print food items, so
Yeah, food and printing is not one of those that I think is a great mix, but for logistics reasons, not safety as much as
yes,
anything. There's certain
that's
things that by the
why.
time you deal with it, it's not. This is the blades, by the way, if anybody was actually curious about what those look like. I just removed that one to see what it looked like. And
Yeah,
the reason I removed that one is there's only one that's broken, but um,
it's not actually food. It's a
there's
fidget
one of
toy that
them.
looks like food. Correct. But I don't because I grew up with like food shaped soaps as a kid, and boy howdy did I bite into a few of those.
You weren't one of the ones with the dish soap or whatever, were you? You weren't of that generation, were you?
Washed your mouth out
Uh,
with dish soap? Absolutely, I was.
no, I'm talking about that ate the dish soap because of the internet told them to.
Oh, the pot? No, pod tides, no, Tide Pods, no. But as a child, I grew up in a house with decorative soap and decorative wax because we were country folk, and I most certainly did bite into them from time to time. I did learn my lesson fair enough.
Okay.
They also make good
That's
fridge
weird.
magnets as well as they're not intended. Yeah, as yes, fridge magnets are really great. I myself like fridge magnets. I use a 30 by 30 by 3 mil magnet, so it's a big heavy duty magnet. Um, I've done a few. I've done gears, winding handles, bottle caps, and um, Band-aids.
If you're doing magnets, though, really think about trying to sink in the magnet
Yes.
into the
Count.
print.
You want
Any
to make sure
extra,
that the magnet clears a little bit though with rare earth magnets.
but you really want to, or think about for safety reasons because magnets do cause kids to choke.
Correct?
Um, to print over the magnet to where the magnet can't come out. Just think about it if you can. I
Yes.
get it's what makes the design a little harder, but uh, if you're printing and selling and all that, try uh, to avoid anybody getting hurt with your makes or your designs. That's why all of ours are sunk in
Mad
is
Scientist
for
replies,
safety.
I asked AI, would the following scenario violate trademark held by KitKat? A 3D modeler making a fidget toy that looks like a KitKat and names it a Click Cat. Potentially yes, but it depends on how closely they copied the recognizable elements of the KitKat. It is not marked KitKat on the top, and it is a bar candy bar. Like as I said, and it is not spelled cat with a K. It's cat with a C. So it would probably fall under fair use. Again, I would not be concerned about it. I would also, if you are going to put the label on top, which it's not, but if you were, you could put click cat on top. Again, it's AI. It would be hard, and not only that, but it's a free model. So yes,
Which basically means there's nothing for them to go after or not much to go after benefit from it.
yes. It
Um,
remember like a lot of times with copyright, you have to make money off of it. That's one of the major things behind it because they have to prove that you've damaged their brand or profited off of their work.
Now that is not entirely a requirement. They can sue you if you don't make money out of it. It's just it's harder for them to get money out of you. So I'm not saying if you don't make money, you got a full license to do whatever you want. Uh, but I'm not a lawyer. Consult a lawyer.
Yes. Again, this is not legal advice. This is if you're going to seek it yourself. The magnet is a loose fit, but it could be mid print. It is only loose because it has a hard time getting them in place and kept them to stick to the bed. Correct. Gray area. Yes. Again, I'm not a patent lawyer. I am not a copyright lawyer. I am not a trademark lawyer. Again, I would not worry about it until I got a cease and desist personally. Oh, here's the polishing. Ooh, polish.
I have to put this in the vice.
Yes. Anytime you have a grinder or a polishing wheel, you always put it in the vise because it can jump out of your hands.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to probably get a chain vice over on this one so I don't damage the shaft.
You don't have soft jaws? You don't have any soft jaws for that?
Not with me.
Okay.
Don't think. Let's see.
You could just take some newspaper and put
Soft bells
newspaper.
all moved. Soft bells.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have any newspaper out here either. I got some paper towel. I guess that should be good enough for what I'm doing. I don't care if it turns a little bit. I just don't want it to jam the shaft. The bearing surface. Okay. Yeah, you buffing wheel or sandpaper wheel technically with this. It is a buffing machine, but it's just polishing sandpaper works.
No, I think you're doing a great job. I think like so far it's really great to see the work in the shop. I think this is great. I would definitely find a way to make me smaller on the stream if possible, but I think this is wonderful, Bob, just so you
I
know.
actually can
And
do
like I
that.
said,
I did see that.
yeah. We can't hear the tool, just so you know. So it's really cool. Like you can hear my tools going when I'm running. So uh how are you gonna get that thick when they stop making newspaper? Don't have an iPad that would do the same effect. You guys don't get newspaper? I get paper ads for my local shops. If you have a package like Kit Kat and then they have a case for trade dress infringement other than they prove that it has creation confusion among consumers. Yeah, but he's not doing that. And even then, there are clone snack foods. So again, they have to be able. Again, this is not an argument that Slack, I understand that you're enjoying, but I cannot really help you with this. This is not something I know much about. I generally stay away from IP, and I do think it is an incredible toy. Um, I think it's wonderful that he's decided to make
I
that.
also think
What
there
do you
are a
think?
lot of us that think that we want others to protect our IP, so we think we should protect their IP
Correct.
out of fairness.
Correct.
So
Ooh, look at the buff on
there
that,
is
eh?
that aspect.
You got a good buff on that. Yeah, it's those of us who are really protective of our IP generally be are protective of all IP in general.
Because why should you protect my IP if I tell you not to protect anybody else?
Correct.
Um, that's I get that not everybody's going to be that. You know, I can't tell you what to do, but if I'm making stealing everybody else's ideas and just copying it, then why should I complain if somebody does that to all of mine? You know,
With all due respect, Maker, it's not your channel here. Bob is generally open to discussing such things. All right, I'll read it to him. If the package is like a Kit Kat, then they probably have a case for trade dress infringement. Otherwise, they'd have to prove it creates a confusion among consumers between two products.
probably too open to discussing this, I agree. But um, I I think you're getting too far into the weeds for me to have any intelligent opinion of it on infringement. So I would probably try to abstain from it because I don't want to give somebody bad advice. As much as I joke about it, I'll give you bad dating advice, like call your wife the dishwasher. You do that and you get in trouble, that's on you. You're an idiot. I'm an idiot for doing it myself. But you know, bad legal advice, that's harming somebody. So I don't want to do bad legal advice. Um, and I will discuss infringement, but I can't have an intelligent conversation on it because it's A, we're talking multiple countries, and B, it's beyond my knowledge on that particular issue. Um, but again, that's, you know, I don't care if you guys discuss it in chat. Uh, man, this is filthy. I'm glad I got it out and started to take this apart because this is absolutely disgusting. Um, oh man, I'm gonna have to get a impact screwdriver out. Uh, hold on one second. Gone. All right, I've got to get some tools that are missing. So I'm going to call it a night on this particular project. Ringmaker back up to equal. What happened to? There you are.
Still here.
But yeah, I would. Again, I don't care about the topic, but I don't. Yeah, I don't. You're playing in a hypothetical where I could see either side winning, so I wouldn't want to give advice on it. I just reread it. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm going to call it a night on this project because I've got to get some tools to disassemble it to do it the way I want to do it that apparently are missing out of my toolbox.
Typical.
Uh, I know where they are, but unfortunately, they're about 2 miles away from me because I loaned them out. Uh, Another piece of advice for your mechanic: don't loan your tools out
Yeah, never
because
lend
you
your
always
tools
need
out.
them when you do. Um, but uh, I will try to remember to when I do this finish this job because it is an interesting tool. If you've never seen an impact screwdriver, I'm sure Maker has, but a lot of people don't look at the old impact. They think of an impact driver, and that will not work on this. So we'll try to get that out. I'm basically going to disassemble this and buff it all because there is calcium on all of this, and we have to get it bent back out or cleaned back and buffed up because I
Yeah.
want this thing to where when people eat it, it's perfect.
Dark Room
What
Dimensions
most
says
people
just
think is
Uga Uga.
Ugadugs. I'm talking about a hammer-driven impact screwdriver for uh, this purpose because it's a flathead screw, and if I cam this out, I'm done. So,
Is it a? Are
in
are you
fact, I'm
using a
going to have to
hammer
buy a
style?
couple of these. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to be using a hammer style impact screwdriver. I just have one of those, and I don't. Have you ever used, or I'm assuming you have used those, considering
Yes.
what you did for a living. The cheap ones are not the same as a Snap-on that, and I'm
Yes.
not a big on Snap-on tools, but that's yeah, the flatheads are the devil, and that's what these are. So I will be
Slotted.
using my Snap-on. Yeah,
Yeah, slotted. Yeah.
it's a slotted screw, and they're already damaged, so I will be replacing them with new ones. And yeah, but I got to be careful removing them because I don't want to be taking a grinder down in this hole. So we will be again removing this. Uh, also gonna have to clean this shaft up with some emery cloth, which I don't have laying out. That's in the back, and we will be cleaning this up. I will probably try to go live on Wednesday playing with it because I got to get this done. If people do want to see it, I'll save this as a VOD because I want to get this done for Murph, and we have to get some parts on order because we want this absolutely perfect for Murph, clean and edible out of all of our stuff. We will be showing all of our grease, all of our stuff, and so everybody can make their own decision on if they want to eat snow cones or not. But
Energy drink snow cones.
we will
So excited.
again. I will try to stream on Wednesday. Yeah, that's the goal is to have energy drink snow cones and get everybody hyped up. And I think what was it? All the people with ADHD and energy drink snow cones is a good mix. I believe that was what somebody
Yeah,
here
because they'll
said
all want to take
in
a
the
nap.
chat.
The energy drink will help them, and they'll all chill out. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. So I will have a non-energy drink version. I will offer that. So, but I think an energy drink snow cone is a good idea. Let's get
I think it's
everybody
brilliant.
heart rate up, and I've never seen that in the store. So I think that
No,
also. Um, so yeah, it we'll have that going on it. So everybody get to try it. But yeah, for those that are being there, what's 80 what 84K?
ADHD plus
Right.
energy drink equals AD 4K, right? Because high definition versus 4K definition. I like it.
Yeah.
That's probably a good way to get your caffeine in the summer. Mad Scientist Slack says.
I actually think I could probably sell them, but I I'm not going to try to break the rules there. They will be free, but I will have to come up with something. Uh, I don't know. I'm gonna
Don-
try to come up with something maybe.
donation box. Donation box.
Yeah,
3D printed donation or a milled donation box. Ooh.
I'd have to buy some aluminum for that. I
Just
guess I could
mill.
do it in wood.
Yeah, mill it out of wood. Make it assembled,
Um,
right? Like make it 6 pieces, right? Because you got the 4 plus the 2, and mill it. Especially you can do it out of plywood. Just paint it. Don't do it out of
I got some
K-board,
finished
but
plywood too.
yeah,
Um,
tip jar. Yeah, tip jar.
Tip jar, yeah. We'll see. Maybe I could break even with it at the tip jar. We'll see. We'll offer. We'll be offering snow cones. I don't see anything stopping me from getting this done, parts wise. I can. I actually think I'll try to clean it up. I will be cleaning up the thrust bearing off stream, but if the thrust bearing will clean up, I we may just use the parts like they are and 3D print a spacer for it
We
to
now
where
need
it
a
spaces
3D
out right.
printed energy drink snow cone maker and a vending machine. Says mine scientist Slack.
I will probably try to bring a vending machine, but we will see. We'll see how much time I have. I would like to bring my nickel vending machine to Murph if I can get that done. But let's see what time I have because I will be driving a pickup truck. And welcome back in, Karen. Don't know if you were here. I thought I had a shout out for Karen. Oh, I will have to fix that. Post a link to your Maker World account, at least if you, just in case somebody doesn't know, follow you, Karen. Ciao. Because I do a lot of promotion here for people I know. Yeah, we will. I'll be finishing this up. I will try to finish it up on stream, but I do need to get some tools.
I hear the comments now. Is this food safe with the layer lines of microplastics from Dark Third Dimension?
Uh, I thought about trying to make a scoop that is out of plastic, so that I could actually maybe have my name printed or embedded in the top of the ice. But we'll see. We may. I'll also
Mill
have
it.
like a stainless option.
Mill it out of wood.
Um,
Wood's food safe. And if you dress it with either mineral oil or boiled linseed oil, you're fine.
yeah, that's you have a point. I'll have to see if I can find a block
Yeah, if you're
um,
worried,
of wood.
if you're worried about like parts coming off it, right? That's how you would do it. Because like wood, yeah, boiled linseed oil or mineral oil, no big deal. Here's Karen Chow's Maker World link.
If you guys aren't following Karen Chow, do follow her. She's got lots of cute ducks and other, obviously, designs. I'm more into the
Squeaky
functional stuff
toys.
than the ducks, but
Her squeaky
yes.
toys are genius. Just genius, if you ask me.
So definitely follow her. I believe she said she was going to be at Murph too, so definitely check her out as well. Maybe I'm wrong, but I know Murph's not too far from her. She's another Illinois person, the wonderful state, but I think she lives close to Chicago to count for Illinois. Uh, I'm in the other part. Friday and Saturday. I think I will be there Friday and Saturday. I'm not sure I'm going to be Sunday because of the fact of I have a 7 hour, 6 or 7 hour drive to get back, and I have to be at the hospital on Monday. So I will be headed back uh, I believe Sunday. It depends on how if I'm wrong on the drive. I have never been to Goshen. So, in fact, I have never been to any of the towns near Goshen. So I've never driven up there. We'll see how the highway is. But I believe it to be like a 6 or 7 hour drive from my place. And I drive the speed limit. I'm not like some of the people who fly.
I don't blame me, man. You're all very far from me, no matter where I go.
I'm far from everybody. There ain't nobody I don't think it lives near me.
I'm in the Pacific Northwest. It's far for to go anywhere to be involved with anyone. It's unless it's something like Sanjay Mortimer where I can stay like 6 or 7 blocks away from it. But even then, I had to take the train in. So yeah,
I mean, I've got to drive 30 miles or 30 minutes to go buy milk.
sure. I have to
So I'm
fly
far from everybody.
five hours with a 3 hour time change, and then I have to drive from Chicago to Goshen. Although we
Yeah.
might be working on South Bend next time,
Oh,
because
flying to
apparently,
South Bend or
yes, sir.
yeah, the shuttle to South Bend. Um,
Fly down to South Bend. I don't know though. I just that's something that's recently come up. As I was warned about it.
yeah,
So
one of the other guys was doing it, wasn't it? It
I,
was
I
just
don't
a
I
suggestion.
don't
Yeah.
remember.
Uh, yeah. Well, actually, I know some people in Scotland, Furry's in
I'm
Scotland. I don't know if he's here
I'm
tonight.
wound I'm wounded that all you Scots
Um,
didn't come down to Sanjay Mortimer Rep Rap. I'm wounded to the core, Dark Third Dimension. I'm wounded that Furry didn't make it down, that you didn't make it down. But I am so proud of Sanjay Mortimer Rep Rap Festival with a 30% oversize. And I think that I still haven't gotten numbers for Rocky Mountain. I'd love to know the finishing numbers for Rocky Mountain. But again, the desktop CNC is expanding beyond belief. It's wonderful. And to quote Pez
I'm just going to
Liz,
claim any growth
Midwest Rep
from
Rap
Nerf as
Festival
my
is family.
country.
I'm going to claim if nothing goes wrong this year, that it was all me, that I broke the curse.
Well, see, I was going
Mad
to claim
Scientist
that because
Slack.
this will be my first festival.
Well, I didn't go last year and they had a bunch of problems. The year I went, it was fine. Last year, I didn't go. They had a power outage and a flood. So, Mad Scientist Slack says, where I live is so removed that I had to create a maker group because none existed. That's a wonderful idea.
Well, we're doing a maker space because none exist. Uh, Maybe that'll attract people. I do know printers in the area, but most people, there's no community behind them. They're all just trying to sell to other people.
Yeah,
There is, in some cases, a disconnect between sellers and the rest of the printing community. The people that are just trying to sell prints.
yeah.
It seems to me that the ones I run into, because they're not as open to the other people. They just want to nobody else to have a printer.
Yeah,
Again, my
everybody really
experience.
wants to monetize. It's the same issue that comes up with the dragons, right? People end up sick of the dragons because everyone likes the dragons.
Yes, they sell. Well, not as much anymore, but they used to sell.
And then people
Um,
were people were bitter about it because they're like, well, how is that handmade? It's like, well, it is artisan goods because it's made at home, right? It's not in a factory.
um, yeah, again, we don't want to hash that because there's going to be all kinds of disagreements. But
Yes.
there's a group in the printing community that doesn't want. Um, that's what I see
Oh,
typically
absolutely,
here.
absolutely.
Um, but not every guy that goes to shows obviously is that way. Hell, I go to shows and sell prints. That's what got us into it. We want to monetize
Yeah,
because that helps pay for your hobby. Nothing
absolutely.
against monetizing. It's just, I said, they don't, they're not going to come to my makerspace unless I can fix their printer, type deal,
Yeah,
which we will be doing some printer repair, at our
that's exciting.
makerspace because I can,
Yeah,
uh, if anybody comes in to have their printer fixed. We also will be rebuilding some because I've got a printer design I'd like to work on next year.
Ooh,
That will be next year. Uh, we will
big
try to design our own printer.
big brain.
It's probably going to be more looks. I want a printer that looks cool. I'm tired of straight boxes or something. Too many of them look at the same. Then. So I want a cool looking printer, and I want
Yeah,
a couple of them developed for myself.
yeah.
So we will attempt it. It will be open source. If anybody else wants to build it, that's their prerogative. But I would like to make a printer line. I'd actually like to make a mill and a lathe and open that for open source. But something that looks cool. Again, my my one of my projects, pet projects. So stick around for that next year, but that won't happen this year. This year is just trying to get to Murph.
Very excited to see you at
So
Murph.
uh, hopefully I get to meet people. And since it's my first year at Murph, I think I should get a credit if it all goes well, don't you? Yeah.
Absolutely. But remember, I will be breaking the curse.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll just take credit for overage, people coming to see me. Even though we both know that's
Perfect.
probably not true.
K Train says it will be. Sorry, Karen Chow designs. It will be nice to finally meet you in person. Ooh,
Yeah, I talked to Karen when she first started at things. She was in a stream. She was always very kind, and it would be
very.
nice to meet you. It's a shame Sandy won't go with me because that would, I think, everybody would like to see her. But I also get it. We have two cats that are old, and she doesn't want to have one of them pass while she's gone. So we baby our animals, unfortunately. So she
Nothing
won't
wrong with that.
leave them. Uh, they're like family. Uh, I would swear this thrust bearing is just fine. Looking at the race.
Just look for any shavings in
Oh,
the grease. That'll sort of help you. And then look, see if there's any denting on the internal
that's
face.
right. It doesn't appear. I'm gonna have to clean the bearing before I'm sure that I'll reuse it.
Because
It
I'll
may
bet you
work
that
long enough for this show type
I'll
deal.
bet you that that bearing doesn't have 6,000 hours on it. So cleaning it up, changing the grease to a lithium as opposed to old machine grease. Karen Chow Design says understandable.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit probably hard on me not to have her. Sadly, I don't know if anybody remembers when
Yes.
she was gone. How frustrated I was. Not that she was gone, but I'm just so used to Sandy being there for me at all times. So it's
Yep.
going to be a little bit for me, but I understand why she's not coming. Uh, but yeah, it would be again maybe next time. We are. Is anybody on the raid? Do you know that?
You're
Uh,
asking me? Yeah, I can go look.
yeah, I don't know if you had anybody else up.
No,
Um,
I had some DMs, but
let's see.
that's what distracted me there for a moment. Uh,
Let's see who else on.
Giggles is on, Lord Giggington. Stephen Poole, if you want to look at machines operate. Maker Deck, if you want to watch machines operate. I think we did Monster Den last time. I don't see anyone other than some gaming streams
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to. Where
and
I'm going to raid Giggy.
some general content creators. Yep, raid the giggles.
Start. If you don't know Giggy, stop in and say hi. Ask him where his printer is, and suggest Joyful Designs that she buy a printer. Those
She
are all
should
fun
buy a
hobbies.
printer. Yeah,
So
please
stop
stay
in
for the
and try
raid.
to convince her.
Have a great
Say
evening,
hi,
Mr. Poole.
and thank you. Oh, wait, Steven's here. I was seeing him, over rated him. But stop in and stay for the raid. Thank you very much for joining me.
Always a great night.
Let's see.